Woo! Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. I'm 33. This is amazing. Oh! Congratulations to Iacona. That's fantastic. Got us first. Oh, that's so wonderful. You know what? It's time. We're gonna jump right back into the room. You guys know where we're going. We're heading there now. Let's go. Hello, 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 hello. Wow, look at this. Iacona got the first R4 clear. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, and evening to you, Caldwell. How are you guys doing? It's, again, hot in here, but for what we'll call my own damn fault this time. It's, well, you see, we were out most of the day, and we had the air conditioners off until about, let's just say about 20 minutes ago. So it's about 90-something degrees in the house. It'll cool off as the night goes on, but it's hot as fuck. So, I appreciate you guys joining me here on this extremely, extremely hot beginning to the day. Holy shit. You never turn yours off? Oh my God. Huh. I'll say it. We made a mistake. Oof. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Obviously, Iacona's doing fantastic. D-Beck, I hope you're doing well. Raven, Gun, recovered after last night, I hope. We have Darklight Smooth Wolf who stopped in. Quiche is here. You guys, a quench? Well, all right, if you say so. Nice. Delicious. Coffee. And to keep it tight. Oh,
straighten up,
I love that.
Sterling.
We're gonna do that too. Hey, here's what I want to do. I want to go right into the game. Sarah and I were home for a little bit. And you know what we did in that time? We got her character. Finally got her main character to level 80. So one thing I want to do tonight, we talked about doing gods. I'd love to. I want to start her on the gear train. You guys know what I'm talking about? Hype indeed. She should be joining us here in a minute. She's actually watching, she's watching Halo 3. Yes. Honestly, Halo 3 and Reach, I've said this before, tied for my very favorites. Love them. They're just great storytelling. Okay. But yeah, I want to get Sarah going on that gear progression. She has, level 80 in Swoner now. It's about goddamn time. She just hasn't felt like playing, you know? Well, she felt like it today. We got her level 80, and I want to get her going on some more of the gear so we can actually get her in here. So, what I'm going to do is jump into the game. Why don't you guys join me? We're going to go right now. Yeah, right there, like that. That's how we do it.
Welcome to
Did
the
it rain
clan,
crunch
warrior.
wraps? Yo! Oh! Whoa, now, I want to make sure I got this correctly. Is it King in Crory? Is that right? Did I say that right? Is that right? You finally dragged yourself to 324 Conquest gear. Alrighty then. Honestly, it doesn't matter how you get there. I am personally only now. Perfect. I'm glad to hear that. King, do you play Swoter? If so, what server? How do we hook you up? And, is that Cricket? Come here. Look, he's all jingly. You were napping in front of the air conditioner when I saw you last. Hello, little buddy. Hello. Look at him, he just wants to snuggle. That's all he wants. He doesn't know there's a stream. He just wants to snuggle. So you can see he's got his tags on. He's got his harness on. He was out walking. It was too hot for little dogs. Oh, no. He was out with us. He was in the car with us. He was out and about. No. That's why he has his harness and his DOGPARK tags on. I don't want to say, you know what I don't want to say. I don't want to say that we were at the DOGPARK, but that was in fact where we were. I can't say that because some people might hear me. Isn't that right, buddy? He's so sleepy. All right, go ahead. Free yourself. No. Can't say them. Yeah. But I've been over here. I've been definitely not AFK over here at the oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't die. What the fuck? Yep. No, Niner. No, don't. Niner. He'll hear you. I've been over here. I've been AFK. Or I have not been AFK. Obviously, no one does that. That's wrong. Don't do it. It's against TOS. It's wrong to do that. Don't do that. Present. Be present. Be clicking every time. Every single time. Every single click is a valuable click. Spawn the elevator. I think honestly, I feel like that's the case. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Dude, that's actually pretty funny, Caldwell. To the god crap. Look, you might think that I'm crazy. And you might think that I'm crazy for saying this, but there is a very, very non-zero. No, Niner, no. There's a very, very, very non-zero chance that that's exclusively what Sarah and I are going to call it now. To the god crap. Or to the crap god, because if it was truly backward, that's how it would read. Dash, how you doing? Hey. That's remarkably funny. But yeah, I got, it's not here. I got the bird pet, from Nightlife. I got that. I got the high roller cannon, which is, you know, pretty baller. Pretty baller. I gotta say, I'm into that. And then of course, like you do, I went ahead and picked up, 9 of these, and then another, cat thing. Cat rhino? I don't know what it is. How did R4 go? It went. We'll just say it like this. We'll say it like this. Iacona finally got his first R4 clear today. No, it really wasn't that bad. We did very well. I'm very, very pleased. Very pleased. Whoa. Now that seems like a stretch. That seems much less than likely. Yeah. I would say probably not that. Probably not that. But no, we got to, we legitimately got to 8% health left on the final boss. That was the furthest we got last night in our run. And that honestly is, that's pretty fucking good. For a group that's not used to playing together, for a group that had people whose gear was just kind of thrown together. No, Niner, stop. Niner, shh, no. My life is gonna be hell, bro. Don't do that. No. Yeah. We did. There were, and that's not our fault. Swodarista joined us, obviously. If you guys don't know, and she was a delight to have and traumatize, I think, a little bit. I'm sure we didn't do permanent damage. Well, hello. Well, hello. Wow. Okia, hey. How you doing? Bounds into the... No, Pop, no. Shh, no. Shh, no. No, he'll hear you, Pops. He'll hear you. Well, I mean, you know, the body pillow, maybe. The carrots, perhaps. A random pug with no Discord, 1 shot the first 3, and 2 shot the final boss. No shit? That's pretty funny. That's really, really, really funny. That's really, really funny. Riel, hello! No, you're great, man. Thank you. I had a fantastic day. It was wonderful. We had a great time. We did. And tomorrow, we moved a hike that we had planned for today because my brother is going to be able to join us if we go tomorrow. So we're going tomorrow on that. That's going to be wonderful. But yeah, we were talking about doing a God's Run today. Now that sounds lovely. Peachy keen. How'd the rest of the ops go? We got to the final boss, got her down to 8% health. That was the furthest we got. Unfortunately, we didn't get the clear, but I figure it's only a matter of time. We'll get her. We'll get her. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. I did. Thank you. It was fantastic. Actually, I need to jump into some PvP. I found out I have one single game to play, and then, I'm done with the weekly, so obviously we got to get that done. Yes. Sarah's gonna join us. I think I want to do. Now I know this might be a little ambitious, might sound crazy. I don't know, but for real, not even for play. For real, I do. Well, thank you. Yeah, and again, thank you, Riel, for gifting that. That actually, they DM'd me later. That was, and I want to make sure I get the name right. Hang on. My messages are loading. The Doom King. That's who got it. The Doom King. What's really funny and hilarious to me, honestly, they got to, oh, for sure. Iacona, I agree with you completely. I think the sexualized carrots really sealed in the deal. It was really nice. I think that was really good. I don't think she was expecting an answer for that. I think that she was just kind of saying, where do baby carrots come from? Because she's used to having no answer to that. Because she's used to playing with people who won't go the distance. And I'm happy to say we went the distance. We learned a lot about carrots last night. It's a good time. But that aside, we did have a lot of fun. It was a really good time. We had a really good time. Yeah, now that's a thing that I do have. That's correct. And can I get a Scotty's B, please? Yeah, man. We had a lot of people drop by. Jackie dropped by, the Kamiri stopped by, Swolorista was here for hours, which was hilarious. Is Swolorista having a GM Porter character back? I honestly, you know, here's the thing. She doesn't, like, go around the rules, right? But she does, have more cartel coins than God. So she can do kind of whatever she wants. It's that BPE we've always talked about, that big potential economy. You guys know, that big potential economy. And that BPE, really nice. Yeah, it's a good time. I just got Yote, bro. Don't Yote me. I don't want to go to Jotun, man. Bold move, Cotton. Glad it played out. Jesus. What are you guys doing? God. I've got to get to the other side of the acid. I don't know. She might keep that one on Steel Sean. I would assume to save it from being on Starforge for one. And for two, I would think that, you know, she may, perhaps, in another time, did someone say my name? You know? I'd like to think people everywhere. Hey, how you doing? Critmo, your name is very short and sweet. I'm super duper into that. I really wish I wasn't stunned. Guardian, please. So, Critmo, talk to me. What server do you play on? No, not the health pack. I needed the health. I'm gonna die. Yep. Here we go. And this health pack gone as well. Okay. All right. After last night, she may not come back till the next birthday. Could be. Yeah, we don't know. There's no way of knowing. Oh, should you sell this old gear? Probably. Not knowing what the old gear is, I couldn't say 100%, but I would say probably. When did you last take off? What was the last, I would say, expansion that you saw? Oh, actually, I want to die. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, yes, that's right. Come for me, Death Daddy. Oh, 2012. Oh, yeah, you can get rid of that. Yeah. Hey, welcome back. Excellent, excellent choice revisiting SWTOR. We just had, and I'm sure it's probably why you're here, some major growth. I guess SWTOR was trending today. That was kind of neat. I woke up to that. That was exciting. Ooh, woo, yeah. The game has changed in nearly every way. I would say the heart of the game is here, but it's changed location. It's now located where the liver used to be. And we got rid of the liver. Totally useless. Sith style. Just got rid of it. Redundant organs. We got a pump in there now. It's doing great. It's doing great. Yeah. You have 5 bays of augments. Well, you know, hey, they probably will sell for more than you could have sold them before, but I don't know if that's going to carry the same weight. Is it just me or is the volume too high right now? I have the volume up too high. It needs to come down. It needs to come down. So, like, what I mean by that is you could probably sell them for, collectively, I mean, I'm assuming they're grade 1, maybe grade 2 augments. You could probably sell them for 20 million total. But you're probably thinking 20 million. Ay, I'm rich. Yes, yes. But also no. Rich means something else these days. I would say that I'm well off at 3.5 billion. I'm well off. I wouldn't say that I'm rich. I would say that I'm well off. I hope that that breaks it down. Oh, and by the way, do this. If nothing else, if you're like, man, this guy is a fucking potato, I don't want to deal with this. And no, don't worry. None of us thought that was like an Irish thing. That wasn't racist. We get it. It was just, you had like mashed potatoes for dinner, and you were like, potato, and you're in the comfort of your own home. None of us heard it anyway. It's not a big deal. You have 2 million. Well, you know, like I said, you're rich, but also not. You're rich because...
Welcome to the clan, warrior.
Well, hello, yes, and welcome. Thank you for that. But you're rich because there's not a lot that you need 2 million for in-game. Like, that's gonna cover all of your expenses, that's gonna recover your repair bills, that's gonna cover your flying hither and yon about the galaxy. You're gonna be fine. The problem is that, as far as the GTN goes, 2 million is not a lot. And 4.3 billion, yeah, so D-Beck is rolling in it. Congratulations to D-Beck, wealthier than I am. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm well off at 3.5, but I also give away $500 million a week. That sounds wrong when I say that, but that's actually accurate. I give away $500 million a week. So, you know, you'll be fine. You know, so there's that. Woo! Nice, nice, nice. You buy stupid stuff? Good for you. Good for you, D-Beck. We're so proud of you. Hey, I forgot. I need the mission. Whoop, whoop. Rev, come on. Thank you. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. So, love that you followed me. Fantastic. Fantastic. But if somebody wouldn't mind putting the socials up here, please, what you have to do is join the Discord. Now, why? Why do you have to do that? One, it's not all about worshiping me, so that is a plus for all of us. Two, it's actually a place where a lot of very like-minded, very knowledgeable people get together, chill, talk about SWTOR, and share info. We started that a couple months, it was like 4 months after the stream, which is only like not even a year and a half old. Hello, Annalise, hello. But we started the Discord, and the almost 600 members that we've picked up in the year it's been live, it's just people who've come together because we fucking love SWTOR and chilling. So the reason it's important, you ask any question there, 24 hours a day, and while you may not get an answer immediately, you're gonna get an answer. People love to answer questions. So my advice to you, jump on that Discord. Get in there, no protection. Just jump in, getting yourself into trouble. Go ahead, go nuts. Ask questions, post screenshots, be like, what the fuck is this? Oh, that right there, that's called a legacy cargo bay. You're gonna wanna see more about that. It's amazing. It's, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to say it, D-Beck. Oh, and we also do have guilds if you want that sweet 15% XP boost, and we do have a 2 million maximum you can take out every week. Also, again, if you are in the guild, I can't say this enough. I insist that you charge all of your repairs to the guild. I insist. It's the best thing to do. Bojuitz. Let's go with you, because you were a healer. Kind of. Always tip your healers. Always. God damn, I love this red sentinel image. Ugh! I don't think anybody else has done anything with it. Am I the only person who's changed their color? Right? Does it feel that way? It kind of feels that way. Oh god. Niner Y. 30 million from sent in the giveaway. Put you over 130 million. Ugh. The big ones? The big ones. First of all, you can, if you get like a platinum weapon, like we're gonna give away a platinum weapon this week. Did we give one out last week? Oh yeah. Discord link again, please. Drama Llamas, you like that? Oh god, I don't need this. Come on, please, for God. I don't want to say. Oh Jesus, fuck! What the? Jesus, dude, I wish I was that shredded. Dude, I wish I had an ass like that. Dude, that's actually.
Welcome to the clan warrior.
Some creepy ass shit. Yo, Wabbit's Foot, hello. How you doing, man? These are the worst things in the world. This is gross. This is just some dude living his best life. It's nasty, but it's, you know, whatever. That's him. Perfect. Ah. Sorry, yesterday. Oh no, dude, don't sweat it. We had a great time, even without you. I'm sorry to say. It's possible. We didn't know. But we trudged on and we still killed it. It was fantastic. We did have a pretty sweet giveaway yesterday. I gave away some pretty exclusive mounts, some pretty exclusive pets, and a 6-month subscription to Swoder with complimenting cartel coins courtesy of Real. Thank you again. T-Mac, hello! Bro, can I tell you something, T-Mac? I'm gonna try and kill everyone. Especially the hopes and dreams of my healers. It's alright. These shouldn't exist. I hate these more than anything. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah. So. Oh. Well. It actually, you know what? It does beat that. The creme de la creme. Percent was the carrot nightmares he gave to Swoderista. What do you think was worse? The sexualized carrots or the body pillow? Which one? Oh, and T-Mac, for real. I try to crush the dreams of my healers. The whole reason to join the Discord? Sure. Yeah, no, for sure. The body pillow? Think so, really? Wow, oh my god. Okay, so unanimously the body pillow. Did you hear the actual fright? She was like, I have to run it by my husband, which before she knew how incredible it was. Oh no. I'll send one to you and your husband, I don't care. My wife drew it, okay? It's not about having a partner, it's about having a partner in pillow, okay? That's what's up. Pretty sure she's gonna need at least a dozen of those. I don't have her address, but I'll mail some to Swoder and just say, attention Swoderista. When you see some of the strange pics, yeah, well, you should. The ones that I can't show. Yeah, there are some we don't show. You put some more, I don't need that. No, I don't need that in my life. A pillow partner, that's right. Sarah, is that you?
Yes.
Speak of the devil and she shall appear. My darling wife Sarah has joined us into the chat. How you doing, babe?
I'm okay.
Good.
Cricket ate his dinners.
Congratulations. You're getting some meow meows.
We're all very proud. Meow meow.
That's the 26. That's the... Oh, no. DLSW is putting up some woof woof.
I think it's more of a bark bark.
Oh.
I'm watching Cricket do this really weird dance where he shoves the entire top half of his head onto the floor and roots around in the carpet.
Where they talk about their respective... Well, Swolorisa talks about her respective MMOs all the time. She has quite a video series. I personally enjoy her, oh, what is it called? It's the... Oh, come on now. It's like the something of Swoter. Basically, it's like the fun of Swoter. And she takes a brand new account, totally fresh, literally makes a new account. It's free to play, I believe. And she starts leveling up a Sith Inquisitor, going through the story, role-playing it, talking about what she wants to do. I've watched, personally, most of Swolorisa's videos, if not literally all of them. She has great stuff, yeah. There was only Meow Meow. Well, I think Exodus is a point. You learn to speak Meow Meow from your old roommates. Oh, okay. Dude, it's getting better all the time, Superfu. Yeah, dude. People still play this. A lot of people still play this. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. The Wonder of Swoter. That's what it's called. That's the one. Yep. Yeah, dude. Gave you her account to try out, and you're downloading it. I think you're gonna have a good time. We're actually, we just had an expansion, and we just had a big update to that expansion, and it's good. It's good. Don't know what else to tell you. It's fantastic. But, Sarah, my goal, and they were congratulating you on this one. Well, I would also be careful about how loudly you say that, because that's totally against the TOS. And, you know, I'm not going to report you, because I guess I don't care that much, but also, I wouldn't want to do that. There are people who watch streams, though, so, just saying. Yeah, yep, yeah. Hey, man. I don't make the rules, but that's definitely against them. Just saying. DL. So, real game since Space Barbie. Well, I think that's true with any MMO. You play an MMO, you get to the end, you only found the beginning of Space Barbie. It's what everyone aims for in their life. So, Sarah, with you and your aims, since you've already Barbied out, I would personally recommend to you that we get you some actual gear. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Okay, so you may have received some mail or something with gear in it. Does that sound possible? I know. I think she's scared of the journey. Okay, you don't know. Well, let's kind of break it down. So, do you have any mail?
I don't know. I'm signing in.
Perfect. Focus retribution. Do we have, Iokana, are you still here? Okay. Are we going with Devastating Vengeance, or is it, Serendipitous Assault and Focus Retribution?
The only mail I have is from a credit scammer.
Delightful. Okay.
Buy Republic War Bonds.
Never mind that.
24
It's
o'clock.
Focused Retribution, right? They're both pretty close, are they? Okay. Because I know Serendipitous Assault is like a must. You gotta have Serendipitous Assault. Perfect. Love that. But I didn't know which one we were supposed to go with here. We gotta change the music too. Music gotta change. Let's get down to business. Alright, here we go. You're on Master. That's always my go-to. In 6.x, I tried out the Devastating Vengeance, and it did seem pretty close. Right now, we're kind of dealing with bigger numbers. I didn't know if it made a difference. I figured this one would have better... It seemed to me like it would have better numbers in Legacy content, because we would have, like, the crit percentage increased, whereas we would see a cap on the Mastery. Does that check out? Does it even make sense? Am I crazy? Have I lost my mind? It just seems like we would raise a percentage here versus running into a hard cap on the figure here. Or are relics immune to that? And maybe you don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There we go. All right. You know what? Let's go find out. Let's do it. We're gonna go to fucking Tython. Let's do it. Why wait? We could just sit here all day and be like, well, who thinks this happens? Who thinks this happens? When all we have to do is go see. Give me that Tython. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Huh? We're gonna do it. So for those who don't understand what I'm talking about, and maybe it sounds like I'm talking about nothing, in Star Wars The Old Republic, like as I've come to find many MMOs, we've found out that, we have a level sync system. So you'll find that right down here in the corner, where I'm hiding it, right here, you'll see that it says level 80 down to level 10. Is that right? Yeah, level 10. God, it's hard to see. I need new contacts. But, it's level shifted me down. And so you'll see that if I go into my stats here, my mastery is 407. Which, you know, considering, I don't know, in my gloves I have over 1100 mastery, we know there's been some chicanery here, right? We know that. What we find though is with a lot of, like, so mastery is 407, endurance 266, yada yada yada. But if we go to things like accuracy, a percentage based stat, or the crit chance, again, a percent based stat, they can't shift that, because if they were to do that, you would just lose way more of your DPS than was warranted. You maintain your percent stats, your accuracy, your alacrity, your crit chance, your crit multiplier, shield absorption, shield chance, and defense chance. Those stay the same. But it's your flat stats, your power, your health, this sort of thing, they will shift down to match the highest level the planet allows. This keeps things interesting. It makes it so that ganking is a little more difficult. But what we want to do is test to see if these relics, which are proc relics, they're relics that based on X will perform Y. These proc relics, there are two that I have questions about. I want to know if it's better to have our flat stat mastery increased on this level synced content, or if it's better to have our crit stat increased, our percentage based stat on this level synced content. That's what we're gonna test out here. So I'm gonna take both of my fancy pantsy relics off, and we're gonna try these one at a time, okay? We're gonna go first with the mastery. So again, my mastery is, and you can't move that, it's fine, is 407, okay? Oh, no problem. Glad to help. And we're just gonna fight some birds. We're gonna see what happens. All right. Now, I didn't see that it procced. So we're actually going to go into the cave of... Oh, look at that. It did. It did proc. The mastery didn't increase. But we're going to try that again. Let's go test this out. So, in theory, I'm at the maximum stats that the planet will allow. Okay? And my damage on my main hand is 99. It's the maximum that I can do. My main hand... Bopper. For some reason, the maximum my offhand can do is 0. I don't know what... I think that might be incorrect. That just seems wrong to me. But hey, here we go. Okay, so it went up. And that's not bad. That's not bad. To 109. It increased a 10th. So it allowed for a 10% increase in my damage to my primary. So let's check this out. That decreases. We're going to swap out the mastery relic for the crit relic. The crit went way up too. Yes, that's right. Because mastery also increases your crit chance, but normally only by a tiny little bit. So we want to see if that crit chance goes up as well. That's very astute, yes. So mastery increases not only your primary stat to 40%. Oh, it's huge. So let's see if the mastery is going to be the truly impressive stat for all that, or if crit bumps it up even further. So let's check it. Okay, so yeah. Okay. A 63% crit chance. Now, that was probably also affected by some of my moves that I used. Let's perform that again and make absolutely sure. I probably reflexively on both used a move that did this. So let's just use our most basic attack. Over here, you know. Okay. So that jumped to 48.19 and a multiplier of 90.95. That's pretty high. Okay, so we have some data on that. Let's see if that first test was the mastery or if it was increased to 20 because, or by 20% because of what I was doing. Let's check that again. What's good science without multiple tests? 306. That's... Oh, because I'm missing an entire piece. Gotcha. That makes sense. Alright. Let's check that out again. So here, we're going to go to this, and let's test this out. Hello. Hello. You guys. Hello. Okay. So the crit did go way up. But you know, did I put the wrong relic on? I did. Okay. There's the mastery, okay. I was gonna say, what the why did it go up so high? Alright, let's test it here. Okay, so the crit chance did go up. It went up to 50. And then we had a 10% increase on the main stat. Or the primary damage on the main hand. Interesting. So we had a 50%. It went up by 25%. Hello, how you doing? I think it might be better to have the crit relic, but it's so hard to say without a full parse behind our belt. So we need to do that going forward. Yo, hello, Deluxe, Mac, what's going on, you guys? Right now we're just doing some BS number testing. Both seem to be good. But I know that mastery is going to taper off. The tiny bit of crit that it affords is definitely going to come way down long term. The crit and mastery. I always go Serendipitous Assault because power offers the raw stat. It gives you that raw dog. You know what I mean? That raw dog. Oh, MMOs. Your math. I love you, sir. It's true, I do. I really do. Oh, God, I love math. Math amphetamine. So nice. It's good for you. Helps your cell phones go. Bros, what's up? What are we doing? Alright. No, Niner. Sarah. Niner's trying to trip Cricket up. Ugh.
Well, good thing Cricket can't read.
He can't? Oh, good. Whew. That would be terrible. I don't even know what kind of chaos would ensue. I just know that it would be chaos. Oh, yeah. That's right. And Caldwell actually had a really good suggestion. That anytime we need to talk about the DOGPARK, we just call it the crap god, because that's DOGPARK backward. Sarah? Sarah's dead.
Yeah.
Are you going to join me in calling the dog park the crap god?
Sure.
She's like, whatever, man. I don't know. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Well, do you want to do something?
Yes.
Alright. Alright. Well, that's something. What do you want to do? Ooh. In PvP, add skills should be Sork. In PvP, add skills should be Sork. If you're asking about Sorks being relevant in PvP, they're extremely relevant. Lightning... Oh, okay, so your main is a Sin. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a whole different kind of stream. That's the OnlyFans. That's later. Main Sin. Oh, okay. If I'm understanding correctly then, what you probably want to, and I might not be understanding, so just a preface. Oh, what should the additional skills be? Oh, okay, yeah, and that's what I was thinking. So you're asking about the, like the different one you could do? You could do whatever you want. I do recommend, though, that you go with Sork or Sage, and the reason for that is because of utility. So you're using a Sin, an assassin, as your main. They can tank, they can damage, both are very good, and they can stealth. Oh, the stealth. After that, if you go with the Sork or a Sage, you'll be able to do ranged, burst, and channel DPS, and have the option of healing, giving you a full spectrum of potential. It's really good. This is, so he's talking about his main, and so if you go into the additional skill set, like, for example, my main is a Sentinel here, but if I go into my loadouts, you guys see that I become an assassin tank. Poof. Well, it's a shadow tank, but it's the same difference. Assassin tank. Voila. I can also, if I choose to, Thanos my fingers, and I become an assassin or shadow DPS. Now, looks cool. I'm glad you think so. I thought so too. I do put a bizarre amount of time into the look. It doesn't just happen. But I don't have one yet. You need to gear up. Are we doing a 24-hour op stream? Never. But we are planning to do some ops right now. So that's what I would like to do with Sarah. And you said, Sarah, that you are level 80. You have 306 gear right now on your healer. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, would you like to do a simple one?
A simple what?
Operation?
Sure.
I think that would be really nice. We will not need a tank. We're just going to go in. We're going to go in hard and fast and just gyrate the whole way through. So, what I would like to do is ask you guys. Ooh, look at this. Theory crafted simulations in full 340 gear. Looks like mastery and crit relics are the best combo. Oh. Interesting. But for my gear, it's pretty negotiable. Negligible, really, but it's same. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. That's very, very, very good to know. Let's go then. Tough. I think what I'm going to do is probably go with the crit then. It's also all in theory. So it's hard to say, but it's the best answer to the question right now. So it's hard to say there's a better answer. I do appreciate it. It's helpful. So what I would say then is, Sarah, let's group up. Let's get you some stuff. Are doing operations on that list of things for the
Yes.
They are? Okay. They didn't used to be, I don't believe. Oh yeah. That's probably true. Personally, I'm gonna go with the crit. Yes, crit. Yeah, just because I want to. What that means, though, is upgrading it. Hooray! So, what we're going to do is this. Demi parsing, this is a slight edge using crit over power. Oh, well, thank you, Trap Legacy. That's good to have. So I'm going to use the crit. And probably then the mastery relic as I go along. I think so. Yeah, that's really, really good to hear. I want all data. I love me some data. All right. So, Sarah, I think my advice for you is to not do... Do you have, if you go to your currency tab, do you have any of the currencies in the gear upgrades tab? Ooh. The Jedi Consular can do tank, DPS, and healing. If they do the Assassin and the Sork or the Shadow and the Sage. That's what they're allowed to do. The thing is, though, is you can cross, right? So you can go Juggernaut and Sage. And I didn't mix those up. I meant Juggernaut and Sage. You can do that. That's not out of question. You can do a Marauder and a Shadow. You can do a sorcerer, and I believe a sage, which is just kind of crazy, but I think you can do it. I don't know what you could. I think it was at least that way in the PTS. They may have changed that. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. You can. Yeah. So there we go. I don't know why you would, but you can. You can do that. You just can't go sword and sword. Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, there we go. Yes. So Sarah. Oh, we have shitloads of slots for the ops. Yes, get in here. All you have to do is be level 80. Which you are. Fantastic. So, if you want to meet me over here, Sarah. In the supplies quarter.
I've got good suppliers. Only the best sold here.
Yeah, 1 second.
You are now
Devastating
a sentinel.
Oh, exiled happy, thank you. Oh my god. The Analrapist said you need to be an actor? That's fantastic. What a wonderful new career decision for you. Lovely. The best use for tech fragments? There are two. One of them, and I think the best for one character initially is going to be the purchase of upgrades and initial purchase for your implants. And once you've got those knocked out, you then want to come over here and you want to start buying. Hang on. It's loading more than one thing. Oh, yeah, this is neat. This wasn't here before. I haven't checked this. Ooh. Cool. Cool. What you want to do is come talk to this guy and buy these and these because they're what you need for the other one. Oh, that's right. I was assuming you had a tactical, but I guess I shouldn't make that assumption. Pardon me. Yeah, your tactical right here, really good choice. But also buying the components for your gold augments right there. Yes, how you doing? Okay. So Sarah, you said you were over here?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was showing the people there something. Right here, this Conquest gear vendor.
Does it matter which one?
Yes, because one is for upgrades, the other one is for the actual gear. Doing Vibing and Swatter, good. Nice, bacon and eggs, god damn you. That sounds amazing. Sarah, we should do waffles.
Yeah, we can do
I
waffles.
don't know when. I don't know when, but we should do it, you know?
So I need to buy this Mender stuff?
Welcome to the clan, warrior.
Well, hello, Fluffy. How you doing? Yeah, I think the Mender stuff is probably the best thing. Probably. I know, I know why you did it. It's because you're a cruel, cruel god. I get it. I get it. I get it. I've been a vegetarian for 3 years and I've hated it for 3 years. Ugh. Stupido. So. Ah. You're a god of the machines? Really? Having a... Oh. Oh. Intriguing. Thank you, I think. I'll take intriguing. Do you play Swatter? If so, what server? And how can we convince you to change from Starforge to Zatil Shan? That's the follow-up, if, you know, depending. Beyond Meat isn't that bad. I've heard this. 39k tech fragments to buy and upgrade your implants. Yeah. Good. Good.
Nice to see customers.
I wanted to go with the Devastating Vengeance. Oh. I've been at this for a little over a year. I like to think I know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, I bought these things. Do I wear them now?
Yeah. Yep. And you want to save the gear you have on. Just put it in your cargo bay. There's the Devastating Vengeance. The 28.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Need to change out my tactical anyway. Oh, I need 2 more of those.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking that too. I was like, I think that's low. Dude, by the way, I didn't react to you saying ESPN because that's what I call it. I only just noticed that you also called it ESPN. You actually play both Starforge and Satele. Oh my god. I think that makes you a man of great intelligence. Or woman of great intelligence, or other. Doesn't really matter to me. Ooh. Oh, really? They only go to 344. What you're gonna want to do is immediately switch to Satele Sha. I think Exiled nailed it pretty well. Oh, well that's nice. I hope with full armament, no need to, you know, go in flaccid. You want to be able to turn a mound of dirt into nothing. Patches can do that. Devastating Vengeance. There it is. What's up? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Feel free to browse.
Not that cool. Okay. Okay. Well, that's all right. We all have dreams, you know? Bro, I'm telling you, I love this song, but I'm tired of you telling me how much I'm gonna listen to it by making me listen to it all the time. Stop it. It's too much. All right. So, this is the Devastating Vengeance. Here is the Implant. Oh. But it's taking longer than you thought? Wow. I think I put in the wrong one. God damn it. This is the Serendipitous Assault. Okay, no, I got the right one. Okay, we good. So annoying. I did put the wrong one. Fuck me. Come on. Yeah, we heard that it was, from what we were looking at, it looked like, Dark Side Night. How it started playing Dark Side Jedi. I have a very internal plot that I've run of this character. This is the character I made 10 years ago. And, I've been expanding the story and making decisions with this character that whole time. And so for me, it was fantastic. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. The really, 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 really short story of it is that this character here, whose name for our purposes is Low Health, but for his purposes it doesn't matter. He's titles. He's Padawan, he's Knight, he's Master, he's Commander. It doesn't matter, and while technically he has a name, it hasn't mattered for a long time. And he does use the dark side of the Force, but he's unaware of that. He thinks that he's a perfectly stalwart and idyllic Jedi, and still considers himself a Jedi. He follows that cult, that church, that religion, whatever it is. And he definitely is a bastard, though. He is murderous and bloodlusted and uses defending the Republic and fighting for the Republic as a scapegoat or as an excuse for murdering people. And that's what he does. He'll be like, I had to kill the entire town. They were harboring Imperials. Who knows what they were capable of? If that's what we know about, think about what we don't know about they were doing. They had to all be killed. And so that's his rationale. If it wasn't the you know, killing the Empire for the Republic, he would have some other excuse. He's just an asshole. But hey, yeah, that's the really, really short story of it. I had a really good time. It was really fun. Your Imperial H's backstory is that he's trigger happy? Sure. Reminiscent of a certain superhero for the boys. Kind of. I mean, but if you're talking about like Homelander, it's not. He's an asshole, but he's also very like self-focused. Self-focused. He does it because he has a hole that he needs filled. Low Health here is famed altruistic. He actually doesn't like the fame. It's not why he does what he does. He's just actually likes killing. He likes killing. Yeah. Yeah. And so, Low Health really likes killing. He used to have hair a couple years ago. Several years ago now, he had hair. But, while he was leading the Green Jedi on Corellia, he was fighting a Sith that was stronger than him. And the Sith had him by the hair and was literally dragging him into his lightsaber. And there was an explosion because it was a war zone. And the Sith that was overpowering him was disoriented. And Low Health was able to get the edge and kill the Sith. And immediately shaved his head and hasn't gone back. But it's that kind of thing that like I put a lot of thought into this character, and it's been years of subtle development, and I've actually only recently felt brave enough to tell people about it. Yeah, I know, it's funny, right? Low Health with hair, it's really, really funny. Yeah, we did, yeah, I got her to do something. She's in here, we're gonna be doing a, I was thinking that just to kind of start things off really, really easy. One of the, well, thank you. I was thinking like maybe, it depends on what's on the list, I guess. We'll pick up something that's here. So Sarah, were you able to get your item rating up a little bit?
Where is that shown?
When you go to your character sheet, you will see...
Oh, she's 320.
Perfect. That's perfect. Perfect. So, well, shoot, that's lucky. We have, wow, we have EV as the weekly. That's fantastic. That's gonna be super duper easy. And as a complete stranger... Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. No! Oh, it's still bugged! I forgot about that. Oh, that's too bad. Well, could we go to the puzzle boss? I mean, that's pretty easy. EV stands for Eternity Vault. That's true, but what will we get the weekly bonus for? I didn't see the other ones. What happens with Soa? Soa is the final boss of that. Yeah. Oh, well, yes, of course, that's what it does. TFB, we could do a TFB. We could do a TFB. EC2, EC is easy as hell. Yeah, why don't we instead of just jerking around, why don't we do EC, huh? Ooh, shit, that's bad. Okay, that's bad. Well, we'll do gods, yeah. EC is bugged? Bro, come on, what? What's wrong with EC? We had an update on Tuesday, and apparently some of the operations suffered. What's going on with EC? Seems to be related to the new boss mechanic. Lovely. Oh! With an invisible jet. I see. Nice. Sure. Okay, well look, let's do a Terror from Beyond. How does that sound? Is Terror from Beyond bugged? That's lovely. Let's do that. That's great to hear. You need to level up your pub character, you see. Well, yes, of course. Always. Lutali, hello. We're gonna do a no tank run. It's just not necessary right now. You know, honestly, TFB takes a while. TFB takes a while. I'm just trying to think of the fastest way to get through this. My favorite class story is the Imperial Operative. Yeah, I was thinking that too, actually, Trap. I was thinking the same thing. Why don't we just say screw TFB? Yeah, I think that the Imperial Operative is awesome. The Jedi Knight is also great. But I'll say this though, you can't go wrong with any of the Imperial storylines. They're fantastic. The Knight and the Scoundrel storylines are good. They're actually, I think they're great. The Trooper and the Consular storylines are only good, okay. You can heal if needed. Sure. The problem is that I really want to get Sarah geared up, and she only has the one character level 80. And so, Iristu, my hesitation there is that I actually do want to do Gods tonight. But I want to get Sarah some gear. They're pretty good. Why don't we do Dread Fortress? Dread Fortress is really, really fast. It's all right there. We need DPS or a healer. Actually, we need a healer. We need a healer. We have one healer as far as I know. Hey, look at that. We got our healer. Nice. Well, okay. Why don't we do DF? Dread Fortress is hilarious. We'll just do that. I'm going to head to Oricon. Looks like somebody's already there. Mastermind flashpoints are good for gear again too. Oh yeah! I forgot about that. You can actually get gear now. Holy shit. Oh yeah. You know, you have to you have to get a code from a content creator if you want one. If you know one. Have to be ordained by SWOTR though. So if you know one. You wonder if you can also heal a Dread Fortress on the US server? Oh yeah, from what I've heard, the lag is minimal, if at all. Oh, that's right, Sub. I totally forgot about that. You're totally right. I did hand out 2 of those mounts yesterday. Totally forgot about that. Also handed out 2 of the Opal Volptula pets yesterday. And 6 months subscription to a viewer yesterday. Shit, I forgot about that. It was a good day. It was a good day. It was a good day. Well, you know what are you gonna do? Oh, that's right. Totally forgot. Oh, look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. So there's the Opal Voluptula pup mount. There's the Opal Voluptula pup. Well, no, sorry, pet. There's the mount. Ah, they're right there. Ah, that's pretty cool. Have both in the same shot. Pretty nice. All right. I sent out a summon. I don't know if everybody. Looks like Yakona may not have. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so yesterday, I handed out 2 of the pets and 2 of the mounts and a 6-month sub. It's pretty cool. Oh, I found Yakona. Alright. Alright. Good times. You have Chivo for Master Mode, False Emperor, and you don't have that on Darth Malgus. Only on Satele Shan. Well, if you moved a character from Satele Shan to Malgus, it would combine whatever the highest possible scenario is. I play mainly pub side, but I try to make it a split. The reason I'm playing pub side right now is because my wife really has her mains here, and it's where she primarily plays. Ooh, what is the weakest class among the skill tree at the moment? It is Arsenal, Mercenary, Gunnery, Commando. Right now. You want to play that one? Enjoy. It's a lot of fun, and it's not a lot of effective. They ruin your merc. Ugh, yeah, it's not in a great place right now. I'll need 1 more over here. I don't have a guard or anything. It looks like, Iokana, you're a juggernaut. Do you want to join me over here? It's pretty bad. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. So here we go. Quick ready check. One of the healing specs at the lowest. Well, that's probably true. Sure.
She will collect her toll
Probably true, yeah.
in blood.
Although that's actually, you know what's kind of funny about that? They would be higher than the tank specs, I would think. Because you have, basically, you're just kind of missing accuracy, right? You have some pretty solid stats. But I would think that you would just kind of be missing
She will change you.
accuracy, right? Keep it tight. Oh.
Straighten up, Sterling.
Sarah, it is really nice to have you healing again.
Meow,
Seeing
meow.
Sugar Snap in green over my name is fantastic.
Your suffering has barely begun. All creatures can serve. All know fear. Predator, prey,
We have no tank,
drive both.
and while it's true we do have 2 healers who know what they're doing,
The creature's pain will only
I,
drive you further.
I can't help but think that this is too cinchy. Is that wrong? More fun than you thought. Bounty Hunter with the knives is sweet. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I know. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I get the Emperor's tokens. It's so weird to me to be seeing green 330 gear drop from bosses. Just, you know, it's a main hand. It's fine. It's a 330 main hand. This is my very favorite game at the moment. I have recently started dabbling into Final Fantasy XIV. but it's something that, because we just had an update today, or this week, I mean, I don't know if I'll get to it today. I hope that we will. I do have a hike I have to get up kind of early for tomorrow, but we'll have to see where the night takes us. I really do want to do gods tonight, so if we're able to do gods and have ample time left over, well, shit. I want to do it. We'll have to see, though. My ability to get up in the morning is going to be a priority.
Cricket woof.
Oh, he's an idiot. Sworder's definitely my main game, though.
Your attack ends now.
And I'll say this too, if you guys are brand new or returning to Sworder, even if you don't like me, or you think the stream is annoying, or whatever else, make sure that you endure the stream on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, we put on the biggest giveaway in Sworder every single week. It's not a joke, it's fucking huge. It's almost 100 winners every week. We give away subscriptions to Sworder. We give away 80 cartel crates. That's what we're doing this week. It's 80 cartel crates. 2 60-day subs to Sworder. We're going to be giving away mounts, pets, weapons, dyes, emotes, crystals. Just saying, it's a big fucking deal. It's what we do. And if you're curious and you're like, well, that sounds too good to be true. I'm telling you, man. It is too good to be true. And if you win, like let's say you're playing from the grocery store while you're taking care of chores, which you could totally do. You don't have to be in-game to do it. If you're doing that, you can straight up collect your winnings over the next 3 weeks. I'll hang on to your shit for 3 weeks. In fact, we haven't done an exclamation point win in a minute. Can we get an update? Can we get an exclamation point win from somebody in chat, please? That would be very nice. There it is. Thank you, Caldwell. This is a list that we update manually, so it's not automatic. We update manually. Anyone who has yet to pick something up, you can find...
You are now a sentinel.
Well, hello. Well, hello, Fluffy. Yes. You don't even have to be a sub, by the way. But you can see what you've won right there, and we'll hang on to it for 3 weeks. Thank you. Well, damn. That's a goddamn list. But you don't have to be a sub to be involved. We want it to be open to anyone. And for that matter, if you want to use any of my emotes, you don't have to be a sub for that either. I've made them available via Nightbot. So all you have to do is type in exclamation point Cricket. That's the name of my dog, Cricket. If you type in exclamation point Cricket, you'll see his little emotes, or wow, or whatever. All my emotes are available via Nightbot. Just like that. So, I want everyone to have a good time. Not worry about being subbed. But I do appreciate it, Fluffy. It's what keeps the giveaways so damn great. That's how we call them, the GG. It's not called the KGG, the kinda good giveaway. No. Just run through all the shit. Oh, damn. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's really what does keep it going. My estimated costs for the stream, and this is not like a rallying cry, it's a labor of love. Between $700 and $800 a month. That's what I spend on the stream. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
What?
Huh? Oh, all these guys?
No, why was my bar unlocked?
Oh, don't know.
It wasn't unlocked previously, so...
Don't know. Might be with the update. Maybe level 80 or something. I don't know. It's magic. Alright, we're gonna ready check this bitch. Looks like we're all on the inside. Uh-huh. Okay.
Technology. The
No, this is just something I do for fun. I wouldn't even consider this my job at all.
to our purpose.
No, this is just awesome. I work full time, but it's completely unrelated to this. In fact, it's kind of a fun mystery what I do for a living. I choose not to reveal that because my employer would not benefit from me having a stream, see. It's not to say they wouldn't be okay with it, it's that they wouldn't benefit. Brontis is sexy?
Fear can unite all.
For sure. Yeah, it's pretty well, they pretty well nailed it on the head that I am an FBI. Actually, it's Central Intelligence Stripper, but hey, I mean, it's splitting hairs. A balloon therapist? Sure. Sure, that's true. Yeah, man, that's true. Facts are facts.
Embrace death as all things must.
There we go. Old Hammerhands is stuck in the magnet. Lovely. Thank you, I think.
Fear can unite all.
Wow, this guy, we are putting the frickin' dunk on him. That's a good question. I work from home, and so while if I'm communicating with one of our teams somewhere else, I can't wear this. I'll say that. I can't wear this.
There are more. So many.
If I were in the office, I wouldn't tell you. My office is in DC, so as somebody who lives in Oregon, it doesn't happen very much. Why do you people kill turrets in Hammer Station? You people. Wow. I can't help but think you're referring to Sentinels, and it's not our fault we were born with two halves of a brain, true, but separated. Completely separated. There's no connecting piece. There's no tissue between them. We don't have a dual saber of brains. We have two separate halves with which to bap with. We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, while COVID was terrible for a lot of people, we lost loved ones and people lost sensation of taste and smell. Long COVID has had all kinds of crazy results and we still don't know what's going on there. It's been currently Orbithan has it, that's terrible. While that is all terrible, I can say that at least, it's had some benefits for people working from home. It's been pretty nice. Because we like to destroy things. Like turrets. Like turrets!
My masters love to hear your screams.
My masters love to hear you scream. Oh, okay, not Grievous. Isn't that funny? Whew. Went from 4 hours to commute time. Wow. How about that? Kind of neat. I don't want to say too much. Actually, I can't say that. I can't say that. I was going to talk about the thing that we recently did for our employer, Sarah, but I can't talk about that. Sorry. Cock tease, my bad. My bad. No, don't worry about it. Sarah and I work for the same organization, so we can't, like... I was going to talk... It doesn't matter. I can't. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Anyway, it was relevant. It wasn't like a totally separate thing. I'm sorry, sub. I'm sorry. Ah, okay. Well, and you know what else? Like, legit, I wish so badly. Honestly, and this is so weird. My background is in biology, and I went through a great deal of the academic track for chemistry and I would love to have pursued engineering.
Was he just shouting
Programming.
at that door?
Yeah, he's got problems, Sarah. Don't make fun of him, okay? He's differently abled. What I would say is that I would love to have pursued programming or love to have pursued engineering. Working with computers is apparently extremely fun. Love it. Engineering consultant, nice. That's like a girl chatting you up all night just to friend zone you. Bro, dude, you good, bro? Bro, are you good, bro? Friend zone is voluntary. You don't have to be there. Nobody's putting you there.
Yes. Come closer. Closer.
Sub, you're not a victim. Sub, you're not a victim. Oh, I see. I see. At least not for that. I would say your shitty boss that you had was definitely.
Are we just gonna fuck him up, or?
Yeah, I mean, they're terrible. We hate them, and it's fine.
Okay.
Right here is a pretty good one. All over the world, travel gets pretty old pretty quickly, but you have seen amazing places and experienced things you wouldn't have dreamed of. I would like to think that includes a bidet. How are bidets? Would you say that having experienced a bidet was positive of this job? I never would have experienced a bidet. Now I have.
Your bodies will
They feel weird as shit, but done tis. Computer science did it first. You got change to pursue a oh wow, counseling license. All right. Well, I hope that's been fulfilling. Bidets will change your life. See, but it seems to me like you don't want to go half-cocked on a bidet. Ah. Ah, okay. Oh, it has. You love computers and everything, but so boring for you. I know for me, like, for me at least, I would be like, okay, like whatever, your dad didn't love you, God. I know I would like definitely like, I would be like, okay, come on, no one's dad hugged them enough, okay? It's fine. Like that would be, I'd be like, come on, let's go, knock it off. I know that would be me. Eventually, it would be a problem. I would be fired. Water up the ass, then no. Oh! Well, that ruins all my plans, I guess. Damn. Sharky just busted it out. Depends who they are. Hotel bidets are a bit odd. Oh, interesting. To me, that's like salad. Bidets and salad. Never want to mix the two, but I would say that to me, if I'm eating a salad at home or in someone's private residence, I don't know why, it just feels different. It's just not the same. But if I'm having a salad at an establishment, if I'm in a restaurant or a hotel, seems very different to me. Seems different. No, I'm just saying they're almost identical in every way. I would just say that's the thing. No, I'm just saying they're almost identical. That's all I'm saying. I think that's pretty clear. I think what I'm saying is exactly correct and in no way
let yourself be unmade.
misunderstood, misconstrued, nothing like that. What have I been eating? Bro, not salad at home. If you were listening to my story, you would know that. God.
I did make baked gnocchi and vegetables,
She did. Yeah.
and it's delicious.
You know what's kind of funny? I actually can't eat green vegetables without seriously considering my options first. Because of the,
Don't worry,
the-
there's not a lot of broccoli in it.
oh, I know.
Uh-oh, it's kissing time.
Kissy face, run away. Run away.
Somebody's not running away.
There you go. Because of the blood thinners, when you take blood thinners, it, oh god, you have to, really judge
And becomes
how and when you're having vitamin K. Thank you, Iacona, for taking the hit on that. I'll watch out for the big bad. No collard greens. Sounds like hell. Yeah, honestly, I like broccoli a lot, so it actually is a huge pain in the dick. Huge pain in the dick. Yeah, it's true.
your limitations must be explored.
The butt lettuce and tomato. Is that true? Wow, we had a lot of damage. Watch it.
Weakness must
Under
be
pressure.
guarded.
Alright, that's what the sky looks like. That's kind of hot. Ooh. Okay, so we're, melting faces, huh? I'm guessing that we lost this guy because of the beam. Is that right?
Weakness must
That
be
seems right.
Did she move her laser?
What
At all?
happened?
what you are truly capable of.
I see. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. You regret this train right now?
Whoa, no thank you.
My advice? Just walk away from it. Not you, sorry. The train of thought. I kind of got it as what, yeah. That's what I thought Sharky meant. I was like, I think he means train of thought. I would just step away. Not for me, but just because, boy, there seem like some pretty nasty recesses in there that you don't want to get to. I am impressed. Should be. Over here, y'all. To the red door. To the red door.
The potential of perfection. Now, share your true strength.
Oh my god, your purple circle bitch.
So, this was hilariously easy. I know this is gonna sound crazy. I know this is gonna sound crazy. I know this is gonna sound crazy. But, like, I'm ready to do gods.
Can you find the rest?
Story mode, of course, nothing crazy.
The end of your trials.
Well, the only reason we had any deaths were because of the beam chicanery where it just like wouldn't move. Yeah, the beam bugged, yeah. That was it. That was the only reason. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's a mechanic, yeah. I mean, what do you guys say? Ready? That was a fantastic little warm-up. It was silly.
I
Sarah got some new gear, right?
I don't want to do gods.
You don't want to do gods. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't like gods.
Is it because it's so long? What's the deal?
It takes fucking forever, and I hate Isaacs.
Those are both completely fair. Yeah. Ah.
I think the last time I did gods, it took like 2.5 hours or something.
Fair enough.
None of this gear is good.
None of this here is good. It should be better than 220 though. Was it not?
These are all 320, which is exactly what
Or
I'm wearing now.
320. So it's the same thing you're wearing?
Yes. It's green.
Mm-hmm. That'll change. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, do you have an operation you'd like to run?
Because Basket of Pups, fuck Isaacs.
Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible fight. He's suspiciously on ladder with a megaphone.
I also don't like fighting, Canute, or whatever his name is.
Oh, the
nighttime
one that stealths.
god. Yeah, that guy also sucks ass.
All right, let's see here. Let's check out inspect player. So you have
Cereal is soup if you put water instead of milk.
Yeah, you're 320 all around. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you're 320. So yeah, actually, I think, Sarah, that we should probably, on some other time, not right now, do some master modes. They actually do offer decent gear now, which is kind of funny because they haven't yet. You can actually get all the way to 330 blue, which is fantastic. Well, would you rather do a different operation, Sarah?
I can do a different operation.
Is there one you'd like to do? You know what? Why don't we?
Bugged.
Yeah, why don't we do EV all the way to the puzzle boss? Or, I'm sorry. Well, all the way to the duel of the fates or whatever it's called. The Eternal Army or whatever. That's still several bosses. Isn't that 4? That's fantastic. That's like 4 pieces of 324. Let's do that one.
What's wrong with Eternity Vault?
Right now, apparently the Soa fight is bugged because every boss in the game had their health lowered. And so there are complications from that.
And there's Dread Palace.
But she doesn't have that much conquest at the moment, so eventually she will. We could do Dread Palace, but if we do veteran mode EV, you'll get 324 gear.
Okay.
In veteran mode, especially with the team we just used, it's not out of the question at all. In fact, I'll share it with you guys, and then I'll summon you guys.
And then the
Here's
Terror
the-
from the Terror from Beyond is bugged too. Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. I haven't heard that one. I heard that it's actually not, but somebody might have more information. Are the new encounters good? Yeah. Yeah.
Scum and Villainy takes 8,000 years.
Alright. Reset all active phases. Yeah, Scum and Villainy does take a long time. Bro, come on. What are you doing? There we go. Thank you very much. Completely unrelated. If animals could talk, what animal would be the rudest? Cats.
Also, parrots can already talk and they're rude as fuck.
True, but I feel like cats are... Yeah, I feel like cats are pretentious and entitled and rude. Oh, really? You haven't seen any operation? Oh boy. Well, we recently had a major shift. It influenced all the operations of the game. Could be. Could be.
There's a lady who likes
Karen-
to draw her cats as Victorian children.
True.
Her comics are fun. Mother, we require food. Mother loves us not.
Children unknowing, they will serve.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be something soon. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have some healers here. Oh my god. That's pretty wild. Today in Tor, that's pretty wild. We killed. I don't remember which one it was. One of the we killed, not with the train, killed one of the Trandoshan's the other day. It was right before the op, so I'm excited to see what kind of a difference. Oh, my health. It's going to have. Okay, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Do I not have surrender out?
Iacona, would you mind being our fellow with the taunt over there? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh god, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about it. That's gonna be nice. Probably G. G's a bitch. Soloing ducks and win. Not me. Ah. He has 24 distinct weapons technologies, you guys. Watch it. Torian Hunger Games, it pitted child against child in some sort of called a battle royale. That's really, really funny. I don't know. I'm excited to see what Gods is like. We're working on getting my wife here some gear. I think probably after this, she's going to drop the group because we're going to do Gods of the Machine.
Proximity violation.
Hey.
I have been armed with 24 distinct weapons technologies.
Wow.
Your destruction is my purpose.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go to area start. I'll switch to tank. What? What? Get him! Get him, Orbithan! Oh. Oh. I'll switch to tank. Focus his ire. Be right back. Although I don't know, we might need all the damage we can get. We didn't do a lot. Alright. Load out. Shadow tank. Activate! Now this, which is a lot of fun, moving all my gear down here so it's not getting confused or confuddled with anything that I pick up for loot. Go ahead. Go ahead. Everybody down. Everybody down. Go ahead. Alright. Here we go. I'm excited about, and I'm assuming it has to happen. I've heard nothing to suggest that it will, but I'm gonna keep working under the assumption that there's going to be a gear tab in the future. There's no way that my gear can continue to be shotgunned into my inventory whenever I make a loadout change. There's just no way that's sustainable. So maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month, but there has to be some kind of a change or something. There has to be. And so I'm excited about that potential whenever, if ever that happens. Oh, really? Oh. Really? I didn't hear that. That's awesome. That's great. That's excellent. That's very, very, very good. No, that's incredible.
Violation. I have been armed with 24 distinct weapons.
A tab confused. You see the August 4th stream is just now going up on YouTube. That's going up because I didn't put it up earlier. The August 5th one was still being processed by YouTube. YouTube is super cool. And sometimes it's a little less cool than I would like it to be. When that happens, I have to take a video down and re-upload it, or I have to just not have it pop up at all. If, in this case, I simply didn't upload it in a timely manner, it's just gonna come up a little later. The August 5th, my birthday one, is something that, actually, you know what else? I'm not even sure I put that in the right category. That one is, I had to re-upload it. So the August 5th one should be uploaded today. And, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how well that goes. Should be fine. I'm thinking this should be fine. There's no copyright stuff. I own the right to the body pillow I showed. I don't think I have to worry about showing the Google image search that I showed for the sexualized carrots. I don't think that's gonna come up. But it might. It might. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe that's what the problem was, and it was like, there's too much here. Too much going on. I don't like it. Maybe that's what the problem was. I don't know. I got flagged 4 ways from Fun Day about the Parks and Rec clip that I showed very briefly. What is kind of funny about that? Totally fine in Australia. Australian viewers can view the episode I put up. Perfect. No issue. No issue. No issue. So if you're in Australia, or maybe your VPN is, I don't know. Should be fine. Weird. Yeah, sub, I know. First benefit yet, but that's gonna be great for you. Oh, that's not true. You guys have a lot going on. Nice. Hello. Look at me, not you, Connor. Please, please, for the love of Bob. Oh! You did? The Parks and Rec thing, or the sexualized carrots? If you saw the sexualized carrots, you're welcome. Apparently, Swotorista had always asked their guildmaster where baby carrots came from, and I was happy to have finally given her an answer.
Oh my fucking god.
What's up?
The music came back for a quick hot second blew my eardrums out.
Oh no.
I have it set to never have any sound at all.
Oh.
And sometimes it just likes to bring the sound back for no reason, especially during boss fights.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Caldwell, I think you're probably right. It's, I mean, I don't know much about her, I don't know much about her GM, or the raid lead, or whomever it was she was referring to there. I don't know a lot about them, or anything about them, I guess, other than they never had an answer. And I'm happy to say, regardless of that fact, I would wager I'm willing to go the distance with, you know, sexualized carrots, where so many others are not, you know.
Okay, I died.
Yeah, he's very angry.
Warning. Systems failing.
I think he's just like, why didn't you die? And then we killed them all. Nice job.
Fuck that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's so dead, he's got rigor mortis already. I'm trying to get you guys up, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. That was a lot of damage. Amen. Grab your loot and then head back to the beginning unless you're a stealth character who wants to try the jump with me. I'll admit, I have not been that successful with shadows doing the jump. We're gonna do some cheese here. Some cheese.
They slay, not knowing that I am the seed of destruction in their hearts. I am master and creator.
All right, here we go.
Galaxy fears.
Now, all right, show me up. All right, it's fine. All right. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you. Holy shit. Wow. All right. Cinefay's like, I can make it. I have a pull. We're fine. And then just, well, of course it was. Excellent work. Yeah. Oh God. That's too funny. Well done. Well done. Yeah, I did. That's a fact. Hashtag true fact. Oh my God. Alright. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm heading over here to Garge. Who, look at this, you uncloak there for reasons I know not. But you just do. Just, you uncloak there. And you guys should have the speeder up, is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So confused how green, blue, and purple gear has the same stats. Isn't that interesting? Alright. Not used to 330? Yeah. It's kind of weird. Oh, no kidding. No kidding. That's great. We should be good. Yep, group is ready.
Over here, you big smelly.
Of a younger age sought to emulate, but all would fail.
No.
And die.
Look upon Garge and die. Will do, buddy. Will do. All right, we got some rocks falling. Let's do it. I have to say, I know it's tooting my own horn, but I'm actually very happy with how I performed last night, considering I never tank with a shadow. Like, I mean, I do occasionally, obviously, but the amount that I do is so minimal. I almost never tank with a shadow. I'm surprised we did much at all. For real. Oh, okay. Well, and on Satil Shan, everybody at the top knows each other. I'm not saying that I count among them. I don't think that's fair to say at all. Not at all. We have the benefit of being a pretty mixed group here. So we get people who are extremely experienced who just pop in for a little bit, people who are, you know, brand new who pop in. And so we have a very mixed, very mixed, I would say, group. And it's kind of nice. There's a lot of benefits to that. But like, you know, Andrew was a part of a raid group for a while that was doing, like, you know, nightmare clears. Slight was in here last night. Slight's a part of virtually every group. Everyone wants Slight to help them. Dark has spent some time in here. You can say the same thing about Dark. Dark is an incredible player. Ronan does nightmare clear groups. Obviously Iacona has. He has the frickin' Ancient Threat under his belt. That's huge. There are some extremely experienced people who, even if they just kind of pop in and join us for this or that, it's fun. I like that a lot. Well, yeah, and that's a big part of that. You're not alone. A lot of people are in that same spot. Yeah. They do. They do indeed. What level gear are you in? Interesting. Shouldn't have been an instant death. That's very interesting. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. That tracks. I was wondering if there was some kind of like a bug or something. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Your purpose was served to name, confuse, sent when you joined. That was unintentional. Well, I mean, yeah, you did fantastic. I could safely say I messed that one up for like a week. Definitely did that. I actually felt bad about that. Rev. Come on now, Rev. Sarah, do you like having the Republic symbol in your healing circle or without?
waves.
Mm-hmm.
I never even noticed it or cared.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Well, that was one thing that changed in 7.0 is that you had the Republic symbol prior. Apparently it is. Even though Eevee is broken, my darling wife who's joining us right now is getting some gear. We're on her first level 80. So, you know, it's about time. So we're just doing some veteran mode Eevee. Even though we can't beat Soa. And then after this, we're gonna do gods. You wanna join us? Slight's like, oh, gods, no. Oof. Oh, no shit? Oh, well, that would be fantastic. You could have just messaged you and Ronan to do R4 and skip 328, and yes, you. Oh, wow. Well, hey, I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know next week for sure. I want to do gods next week, or R4 next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down. Diggity down. Is he enraged? He is. That's nice. That's what you want to see. 2% health, we'll be alright. Both healers are up, we're alright. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, we love the assistance with gods. And there he goes. Excellent. Okay. Now, everybody getting up. That's kind of the problem here. Let's see if I can actually get you. No, you're gonna have to go back to area start, I'm afraid. Let's check over here. And no, area start. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. So, Sarah, you're getting some 324 stuff now, right? Should
no.
be. You're not.
Nope, it's still 320.
I just got a 330 purple earpiece. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. No, she doesn't. No. No, she's only got, well, I think she might have. That's a really good question, actually.
Nope, implants are 320, relics are 320,
Yeah.
earpiece is 320.
But they aren't the 326 that you start with when you get the stat bonus ones. That might be what the problem is.
I don't know, everything that I'm wearing is 320.
Well, and Sarah, you can just stealth through these guys, so you're good. A quench. No build.
Fucking hate
The very last drops. And you want to go this way, sir. It's this way. Right over here. You want to either go in the lava and head over there, or go in the lava and head up that. Yes, that's right. And that's one of the reasons we're doing these. She has to also fill that, whatever it's called, the shenanigans thing. Uh-oh, I thought I was stealthed. That was on me.
Spaghetti loops.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I thought I was stealthed. I'm not used to running stealth characters, and it shows. We should be fine, though. Oh, no kidding. Ooh. There's a way with R4, if you clear it once in story mode, and then use 2 tokens to get 330 prototype. Are they different than the ones you can get no matter what? Thank you. Because you can just kind of get them if you have 326 item rating and talk to Hide and Zeke. But from what we've tested here, you just have to have 326 item rating for them to allow you to buy the 330 stuff. That's why I'm fully decked out in 330. Like if you look at any of this stuff, 330, 330, 330, that all comes from Hide and Zeke because I had... Yeah. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but that's how it is. Yeah. It seems to be. That seems to be, from what we've looked at, the way that it works. So like, if you have 326 IR and you talk to Hide and Zeke, you just talk to them. So you talk to them, they do ask that you break down a piece of 330 gear, but you can get that easily. Easily. All you have to do is have gotten like implants or relics or whatever, and then you just break it down 2 pieces. You know they won't talk to you if you do not have a main hand. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Like in general, or do you mean a high level main hand? And keep in mind, I am currently doing the puzzle solver that I could memorize and choose not to. Okay. Well, for North, it's going to be RRRL. Oh, in general. Okay. Well, that's good to know. How's South doing? Ooh. That's kind of funny. Nice. We'll do a ready check. And as soon as we get the int, all right, so we want to go right. I almost fucked up my own thing. Yeah, so they do have you break down the 330 gear, but it's easy to do that. You just kind of have to have one. You have to break down 2 pieces in total. You've done so many numbers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Joke's on you, boo. I got it anyway. Whoops. God damn it. Yeah, we got kind of a lame one. We actually got a 3, a 3, a 2, and then a 2. We need someone to click this one, please. All right. And we need a right. There we go. I should be able to grab, yeah, the next one. What you got? Very, very nice. Now a left. One final left. Perfect. Awesome. Hey, look at that. Gear. And, yeah, the really nice thing, Sarah, is you'll be getting, at a minimum, you'll be getting tokens. Like the, not the tokens, the, tech fragments. Which are super duper duper important for your implants. It's like 6,500 per implant and or upgrade, isn't it? It's crazy. Crazy. And, you know what? Iacona, are you... Oh, wait, no, hold on. I don't think we have any. Oh my god. Okay, look. I'm actually going to change to a DPS for this one. Yeah, I'm going to change to a DPS for this one. You can grab 2. Would you? Thank you. That would be so helpful. I don't know how well Sarah's going to manage. But I'm actually going to switch to my, to my Sentinel, actually. So hang on. We'll have to see. Why are people still doing Nephra? I don't know if they still are. I think they were kind of saying that's what they did, is they had a lot hanging around. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of redundant now. Pretty nice. You can actually gear up with master modes again. Kind of nice. You didn't have to do anything. Sure. Yeah, you were pretty solid on this one, D-Beck. Yeah. Pretty solid. Just kind of chill. Oh, don't you do it, you plump son of a bitch. Swodar. Swodar. Yep. Okay. Alright. You're gonna hang out with me just for a second here while we alt F4 this shit. I should have faster hamsters. Fair enough, fair enough. No, we didn't beat
right back.
All right, we did not beat the final boss on R4 yesterday. We got to 8%. But we didn't beat him. I think we could have, we just didn't. We got damned close. Damned close. Did you have any advice for us that we weren't doing, something that we should have done? And get good is not advice. It's not. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we did, man. We did. Get gooder. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. More DPS, to be honest. Yeah. Yep. Is Flurry still alive? She's still alive. Yeah, she's still alive. Yeah, she's okay. Even after my carrot, you know, real talk with her. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we got to 8%, and that, honestly, we would have been good. Hey, question for you, Slight. So I've been doing, and I'll show you here in a second. In the 330 gear for my tank, I just can't justify using the tank armorings and tank hilt. Fair enough. I just can't. I cannot justify using the tank hilt or the tank armories. Am I missing something, or is it just not necessary? Right. So maybe something for Nightmare then? Lethal Mons be used to tank armories. Really? Oh. Oh, interesting. DPS is going to be more than useful. Nearly all content, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, okay. And I'm headed back in now. Alright, so,
I'm back.
let's head back to the monitor. Okay. And that's what it seems like to me. That's what it seemed like to me. I thought I was doing okay, honestly. I thought I was doing alright. I was doing, I seem to be doing okay. The easier when you stack the boss on the generators. Kiting makes it way harder. I felt like kiting was super easy. What would have, and I mean this sincerely, please, what would have made it better to have stacked on the generators? What would have made it easier? Oh, for the DPS check. Oh. Because you're constantly doing the AoE damage. Yeah, okay. Okay. I see. Yeah, the mechanic itself is so much easier. Just to kite. Oh God, it was so nice. But I can't help but think that you would do better with one tank then, because you're adding an entire DPS to the equation when you actually have the burn phase. Well, and part of that was because we were playing with fire. We were pushing her to that while in the Ahri phase, right? True. Alright. Well, hey, you know, I'm open to trying everything. I am super ready to do it. Super ready to do it however you guys want to do it. I'm down. I'm down to clown. I got my ankles behind my ears and I'm ready. What does Ariana Grande say? I've been eating healthy. I've been drinking coffee. I don't know how that's relevant to anything. But she's ready. Something. I don't know the words to the song, I'll be honest. Okay. I would like to think so, yeah. So Sarah, if we could have you back off.
Sure.
And Abram, well, never mind.
So you just want me to not interact with any of these guys?
Yes, please. Abram, what I would have you do, if you don't mind, is head over here to this individual here. It's an infernal lord. And that's what I would have you do, please. I'm gonna take that lord over there. And if you would, yeah. So you would be taking these two. And Sarah, you're just gonna chill. Remember, nobody touch anybody's partner. You are on a solo dance session. Sarah, you're the group lead. Want to give us a ready check? /RC. Thank you much. Group is ready. Here we go. Yeah, only touch your buddy. Okay. No group buffs. Nothing like that.
I guess technically I can run around and shoot one person in the back at a time.
Well, but I would avoid.
Yeah, I'll
just chill.
here.
Only once, yeah.
People in the back.
I figure if people know how to do it, they are able to do that and they don't need me to tell them. That's my justification. Everybody seems to be doing great though. Nice. Fantastic, you guys. All right. Super easy. Thank you, Yakona. I appreciate that. Well, and do you guys want to try SOA one time to see if we get lucky? I mean, if it's bugged, it's bugged. We can't do shit about it. If you want, send your Shadow Assassin tank is next on your list to do. Yeah, do, please. That would be fantastic. Yeah. I figure, yeah, we might as well show the bug, yeah. So as soon as we're all kind of standing up here, somewhat present, we'll jump in. Could do a Revan statue strat where you just pop the Revan statue up and so it gets so angry that you can't really continue. It's a good strat, it's a good strat. Solid strat. Alright. Okay. So, I think we're all here. Let's do a ready check just to be sure. And, need to do a tech frag farm. Rona, do you want to do gods? The pro strat. Alright. Let's do this thing. Come with. Get some tech fragments.
They come, march, believing themselves equal to the army of ancients that chained me. But I am not of their time. Their ancestors
Alright.
told me.
So, now, in a minute here, yes, that's true. But it's like a love-hate, you know what I'm saying?
And Korriban was my crown, Korriban my cradle, and my destiny.
You'll even tank, sure. I'm not worried about it, honestly. You're not supposed to be here at 70% health, my friend.
Wait no longer.
Everybody run away.
Hi, music, briefly.
Alright. What's going on here? Make sure you guys are healing up. Alright. Fucked that thing up. Up! Okay.
Whoa,
Here,
what
let's
was
try-
that?
Oh. Yeah, go to the next platform down. Go to the next
Okay.
platform down.
I'm stuck.
Oh no. That's not good. That's
Yeah,
not good.
I was stuck in midair and I could not get out of it.
I will die if I don't get a little bit of healing. I don't know.
Oh, my body finally fell to the floor. That's so nice.
Any heals? Anything at all? No? Shit. Yep, alright. And up, okay.
That sure is a bug.
So there's a bug there. We recognize there's a bug. Is that what that was? Yeah, he won't wait any longer, it turns out. He's gonna fuck us up. Legitimately or otherwise, apparently. Yeah.
He's throwing statues around down there.
He's an asshole. That's because one person's alive. Yeah, one person made it. So that's, you know, there's a will, there's a way, and obviously there's a way. Your forces are lost. Well, he does, yeah. You got this, bro. Oh, okay. So obviously that's not working. Yep, and the mine trap.
Welcome to the clan, warrior.
Yo, mate, how you doing? Did you like the bug? So we're gonna bounce out of this one. Boom! And, I think God's next. That's the next move. Inside God, sure. Sarah's not going to join us. No need to do it.
Nope.
All right. No, I totally get it. I totally get it. I support that decision. I'm at the maximum tech fragments. Okay. Let me do a Hayuk grade really quick and then I'll be on it.
I'm scooting around Fleet now.
Ooh. Scoot, scoot.
Yep, feet firmly planted on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Scooting forward.
Very
How far
nice.
can I scoot?
How far can I
to
scoot?
the elevator?
Can I
Scoot.
scoot in the elevator? All right.
I want to see if leaving this phased area changes my scoot.
What a sentence. You don't expect to hear that.
Also, I'm lost.
We're gonna go there. So yeah, we're gonna do Inside Gods. That sounds great to me. All right.
Still scooting.
Really?
Yep. I wonder if I'm scooting on other people's screens, or is it just me?
I passed you in a loading screen trap. I'm so sorry. That happens from time to time. Hey, it's not me. I caught it from. I figure one of you guys. I figure one of you guys gave it to me. I take no responsibility.
Maybe shuttling in between stations will alleviate the scoot.
Alleviate the scoot, huh? That's one of those things.
Apparently,
you
I
don't expect
can't
to
skip this.
hear. Can't skip
I
what?
have to watch the little plane fly around the station to dock because I can't.
You
skip
can't hit
it.
the escape button or something?
Not spacebar, no. Still scooting. But now, since I was driving that, I'm drive scooting.
Well, of course you are.
Here, let me find you real quick because I want to see if you can see me.
I'll meet you in the supplies quarter. I have to buy my upgrades.
Okay.
Eliminate low health. Why is that? What did low health do to you?
I liked it better when I was regular scooting. I'm kind of sad that this is the scoot that I'm doing now. You are going to supplies. Which is this way.
Bottom right of fleet.
Can I use my jetpack? Oh yeah! Jetpack scoot.
All right. Let's. I guess this one doesn't really matter too much. I guess.
I used my rocket boots, and my legs work now, but I'm still stuck in flight mode.
Mm-hmm. For me, you're
So it
normal.
looks like I don't know. On my screen, it looks like I'm running around trying to grab people.
Mm-hmm. Is that not the case?
And then when I stop, I squat.
All right. Fair enough.
This is great. I'm sad no one else can see it. Okay, well, I guess I'll quit the game.
All right. Okay. And making sure I'm good here. Yep, good. And let's see. I guess I don't need to be like fully teched out just to do gods. So I'm not gonna waste everyone's time. Oh, they do. Unequivocally. So, Matha, question. What server do you play on? And how do we get you over from Starforge to Satil Shan? A real server. A real server. We're gonna do God inside. Inside. Yeah, baby. I'm loading in right now. Ooh, hell yeah. That's great to hear. Did you just start? Or are you coming back to us? Which one is it? Filthy Imps. Coming back. Atta babe, atta babe. It's good. It's good for you too. Burst. Burst damage. Burst. Alright. Gonna move those into my personal. That's great. When did you leave? What kind of a gap did you have? Die or otherwise, we don't need to know about all the details, just, you know, some basic dimensions. Was it 2012? Was it 2014? Was it Rise of the Hutt Cartel? Basic stuff. Gear rating, you know, 240. Whatever. Basic, rudimentary. Why did I put that in there? That doesn't make any sense. Playing off and on. Oh. Just said the other day. Well, that's fantastic. I think, and yes, it's true. I come at it with a certain level of bias. I think you're going to have a good time. I think you're going to have a good time. Ooh. Last time we played before this month was, ooh, nice. Well, you have a lot to catch up on. I personally love the Onslaught expansion. As far as story goes, I think it's just top tier. Top tier SWTOR, anyway. Alright, let's turn this into a operations group as soon as Ronan is out of the instance that he's in.
Imperial Infantry Recruitment Officer today.
I do think that we're down a healer. If Sarah's not joining us, we are down a healer, and that she's not because we're doing imp side for one. So we definitely will be needing one of those. And let's double check. Convert to an ops group. There we go. We got Ronan and Tight Axe. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, there we go, there we go. Perfect. Nice. Switching in a bit. Alright. So, we are looking for 4 more, 2 healers, 2 DPS. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I'll take care of all the gear shit later. Get everybody up to 330. You can DPS after this Warzone? Sure. Let's get you in here. Oh, actually, I did. Good. Good. Well, thank you, Sarah, for joining us on those 2 operations.
Yeah.
Did you get any gear improvements at all?
Nope.
Well, the bummer is that you for sure would have with Eternity Vault. But of course it didn't happen. How far are you, because you did beat Dread Fortress, how many points did you put into the 100?
34. Or something.
Thank you, D-Beck. That's super important. The cartel crates, I believe you're talking about. I'll actually do that while we're waiting. 34. Well, that's not too bad. We can take care of the rest. We can do sun tomorrow. Fuck. Why not? All right. With the legendary Swatter Eats yesterday. Like gaming with the legendary Rocketman 1716. It's the same thing to me. Let's see here. Let's go. You go to the store and then you're like, oh my god, I need to be signed in, even though I'm currently signed in. Take your time, Swatter.com. It's not like I'm gonna be here forever. Level 70 Bounty Hunter on Satio Sean. Ah. Well, we'll get you some stuff. Heals, probably. Well, I hope so. Probably. Fahina, are you healing? Baloney. So does that mean that Rocketman is also not a gem? I find that offensive on behalf of Rocketman. Go. And Gucci. Nice. Oh, Rocketman understands. I call BS. Honestly, the deal is this, and I'm sure Swatterista knows what I'm talking about. It's not. It's so weird to. Okay, so let's think about it like this. Think about it like this. Think about how many people there are playing video games. Think about how many people there are watching Twitch right now. Some people have said that, and I want to say this up front before I even finish my sentence, objectively incorrect. Objectively incorrect. But some people have said that I have some kind of fame or notoriety. Incorrect. Not even fucking true. They've actually asked me if people recognize me. There is, and I promise you, a 0% chance that would happen at all, anywhere, no matter what. Under any circumstances. Unless we were literally at some kind of a Star Wars streaming convention where both those Venn diagrams touched one another vigorously. Unless that was the case, there is no way that anyone would know who the fuck I was. Which is just fine. That's not why I do this for fun. This is not, it's the way it is. What just happened? I don't know what that was about. But, oh, you really want to buy one? Oh, yeah, it's not gonna happen. But, I do need to open them and cool them off. Oh, why did I buy them on this character? It'll be fun. And besides, they're like 5 billion or something right now. Something like that. Jesus Christ, it's so much. But yeah, the point is, the Swatterista thing. It's a very similar situation. Now, obviously, she's at a kind of the next tier. She also has the YouTube. It's actually her job to do the YouTube, run her website. People definitely, especially within the Swatter community, know who she is. Much more recognizable than I am. But again, that's so niche. That's people online looking into gaming content, people who play Swatter. That's those two Venn diagrams. The idea that anyone here in the Swatter streaming community has any kind of fame that is worthy of anything. It's like I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine it. That's so far outside of the realm of my my belief that I give that thought zero credit. I give that thought zero weight. And so what was it like to play with Swotorista? It was the same thing to play with Rock. It's the same thing. Except I actually know what Swotorista's voice sounds like prior to playing. I would say that's the only difference. Sure. Yeah, that's right. You get the pillow as vigorous as you want. Absolutely. Yeah, get in there. Do whatever you want. Mess it up. You think you crashed? Well, that's terrible. Have we completed all of I-4? No, not even close. No, we did, yo, how you doing, Crazy? What's going on, man? We did R4 last night, all the way to the final boss. We got down to 8% health on the final boss. Didn't beat her. She tough. She tough. Ooh, yeah. Well, what we could do if, too tired. Just got done drag racing. How did it go? Long day. I really wish I could have seen it. Crazy invited me. We live relatively near to one another, so it's pretty cool that I was invited. Pretty cool that he was doing it at all. Drag racing? How fucking exciting. Okay, so we got our healer here. Fahina, you said that you might have lagged out. Were you, and maybe you're doing a reset, maybe you can't even hear me. Are you planning on healing? That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. That would have been really, really nice. Nice combo. I've never worn heels, but I imagine I would be very, very slow. I'm just tall enough that my center of gravity would be way too high. Way too high. A lot of swaying. So that means we're looking for 2 DPS. 2 DPS for Gods of the Machine. That's all we need. You think so? My truck? I'm not so sure about that. I'm pretty sure my truck would also disagree with you. My truck would definitely have had problems. It would have been like, no thanks. No thank you. No, I got a nice little Dakota. It's getting on in age. It's getting on in age. 2007 Dodge Dakota. Back when it was Dodge Dakota, not just Dodge. I think they're 2 different things now. I don't know a lot about it. Anyway. No, I cannot. No, I definitely cannot. I just... Be honest, like, okay, so that's one of the DPS. That means we need one more. Where I live, would have thought I had it. Well, you know, you don't need a big truck to do a lot of work. That's one of the funny things about the big trucks, is that generally not necessary, you know? I grew up, literally farming. Literally. We had pigs, we had goats, we had chickens, we had sheep. That's what we had the most of. We had, we got Oso, so we need 1 DPS. And we never needed more than a medium bed. I see you belching at me, man. I got you. I got your number. But you just don't need a big bed. Oh yeah. No issue. No issue at all. Haul tractor parts. Fuck, you can haul tractors with it. No issue. No issue. Grew up going mudding though. You need an entirely different rig for that though. You're right in front of me? You coming with us? %of the time. Started at 10:30 a.m. Jesus Christ. Ah, well, never mind then. So that means we need 1 DPS. I'll ask Fleet if I have to, but I'd rather pull one of y'all. Yep, you do need to be level 80, and I would say 324. It's probably where you want to start. Yo, how you doing? Aerogen, are you going to join us right now? We're about to run gods. We need 1 DPS. I'm gonna ask Fleet. You won 4 races though. Hell yeah, man. Ah. Well, alright. If anybody has a friend, haha, the master mode, no thank you. But if anybody has a friend that they want to bring along, do say something now or forever hold your junk. Brought you at 320? That's not the same operation, I don't think, unless you were doing gods with us. Do you know gods? Very different. Very different than the other ones. Alright. Only level 8? Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We can use you as a melee weapon. Not like a good one, but we can do that. That's fine. We'll just swing you around. Ain't a thing. You'll be good. Yeah. Yeah, dude, yeah. You like Ducks more anyway? Yeah, totally different. Totally different. Totally different. Oh. Alright. Alright. So. We got it. And we're on the way. Beautiful. Beautiful. Level 8, but distraction level 100. Ooh. Well, that's a pretty solid stat. Hello, Creed. Yes, hello. Do you need attention? Are you not getting attention like you want? I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I lied to him. It was a lie. I don't care.
Don't lie to the dog.
I know, I don't care. I lied to his face. He started yesterday. What an incredible journey. He's cuddle hunting. That's exactly what he's doing. He's on the prowl. He's on the prowl. Gotta get with those cuddles. My damage is going to be terrible because I don't know the rotation or what I'm doing here. Oh, look, that's not even augmented. Lovely. This is just something I threw together to have a DPS on this character. It's kind of nice. We're in combat. That's kind of cool. I get it. It's true. It's true. Well, we can dance here? Oh my god. Well, let's go. To the Forge Complex. Alright. Blue augments because purple ones are so expensive as a teal, Sean. Yep, I recommend making them. Generally, for whatever the scenario is, it's always better to make them. Nice that they fixed that. All right. Really? Has turned more into an auction house. And even spending on time leveling up Guardian and Pub side. You know, honestly, another group's first time? I don't think so. Certainly not most of us. I would say most people have been through this a shitload. At least most people in this room. It is story mode. Just story mode. It feels like the first time? Oh, that's so romantic. Oh, that's a... Oh. Definitely story mode, though. This dude is a pushover. Correct. He's already at half health, so, you know, that's kind of fun. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Sarah, I dare say this probably won't take as long as it has in the past. We got Tithe, he's dead. That's nice. The pain starts. Oh, yeah. 1 minute on the dot. Perfect. That's nice. That's good. 59 seconds. Okay. That's about how long that should take, I think. Pretty normal. Pretty standard.
Little cricket. Touching your toes.
There's a bone spur that only shows up if you ask him to do gods? Sure. You gotta watch out for those bone spurs, man. They get you. Keep you from active duty. Talking specifically and exclusively about your prog leader there. Yeah, there was a light breeze and Tithe fell away. Perhaps, yes, perhaps. That's true. But with the adjustments that were just made, the good news is that he should be a lot easier on every difficulty. I think it was a bizarre decision for all of the bosses in the game to have that. I think that was very interesting. Very interesting. However, I feel like some of the bosses in the game that no one could beat on certain difficulties definitely needed to be tuned. Definitely needed to have some tuning. But, yeah, to have a general... Everyone... I don't know. Seems... It's a very interesting move. I'm not sure. It hasn't been long enough that I can say whether or not it was a good idea or a bad idea, from my opinion. I don't know. SNV Styrax, sure. Yeah, I've heard about the troubles with him. You want this side? I'll take this side. We're gonna split by frames, you guys. And, if we could do that, that would be great. Please find your sides. I don't think so.
You will never take what belongs to the gods.
But yeah. Alright. Brontes was slightly unnice. I think unnice is a really, really fair way of saying she was an ass. I feel also... Good night, man. Congratulations on the victories today. That's excellent. Excellent. We'll see you. When the hands come up and she does the tanks for 89% of their health. I mean, yeah. Just not doable. Pug for most people. But is the hard mode supposed to be a pug? And I don't mean that like I'm not trying to be an ass. I just mean like I've never gotten the... I never got the feeling that hard mode was supposed to be pugged. That was more of a... That's true, yeah. I noticed that fairly recently. I don't think that means a whole lot, though. I mean, it's super easy just to hit the follow button. We have had some people who did unfollow. That has been, I think... That to me has been more fun than some people following. Hey, that's true, I guess, huh? Yeah, some people unfollowing has brought me more joy than some people following. That has been wonderful. Boy, for a hard mode. I've actually heard that. Oh no, what am I doing? Come on. I've actually heard that, like that getting Dragon Slayer was like a cinch. Tratus. What happened? They were falling asleep, I guess. Were they the one that we picked up from the endgame? I know. Would love to be able to fully disappear, but I can't. I wonder if I... I wondered what would happen there. But, Stuff on the wrist with Nightmare 7.0. Yeah, I mean... And the... Oh, Dot killed me, I guess. That's alright. I guess I'll ask for another in Endgame? Okay. Mouse randomly slowing down. It's kind of fun. Just sold a spear a few days ago. Ooh. I hope for a shitload. Yeah, that's a shitload. We'll take that. We're on the third boss. Third boss at the moment. Just got here, though. Just had a fill. Unfortunately, we had our, a guy we grabbed from Endgame a bit ago kind of passed out or something. I don't know, he was like falling asleep. Probably too easy or something, I don't know. Rate. Oh, I agree. I agree. Did you really get both? No shit. No shit. Sure. I don't know what the song is. I hate it. Oh, very nice. Ooh, seems pretty cool. Ooh, very, very nice. I'll head out to the latches. You guys can stay on the boss. Kill him that much faster. All right. Say it was pretty good for DPS. Pretty decent. Pretty reasonable. Well, all right. Just kind of hanging out, waiting for this part. Ooh, all right. Now you guys go ahead. Stay with him. Stay with him. Stay with homeboy. Go ahead. I'm gonna go turret hunting. I went the wrong way, clearly. Alright.
Turret, I fight thee.
Oh, you have more health than I thought you would have. I mean, it's still whatever, but it's, you know, more than I thought. Alright, shielded. No. What? Alright.
I'm coming for you, turret.
I got him. You guys go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing, baby. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I was telling people that reluctantly, I'm going to have to give it a shot. I know. I can't even believe, I hate it. I hate it. I hate giving combat any kudos, but, you know, if it's doing well, you gotta say it. I know. It's fucking crazy. Shielded. I think I'm good on the turrets. Oh, that's what the ceiling looks like, huh? Alright, I'm coming home. Yeah, I know. I'm shocked. I'm gonna have to remove the, make me play combat for a million cents thing. Again, reluctantly. Not because I want to. Well, this is wildly insane. Okay, so we did okay. That was alright. Cool, good job everyone. Nice job, nice job. Am I someone who spends hours on an ops dummy? I'll spend a couple hours. It depends, like right now, because I'm completely, oh no, Arsenal. I'll do Arsenal. Gunnery Commando. Replace it with Gunnery Mando. Yeah. To the left, everyone, to the left. Oof. Yeah, but it still sucks ass. It's still underperforming like crazy. IO, oh no, IO was the one that got the buff. IO got the buff. IO's doing well. Gunnery is not. I mean, it's like better, but it's like, okay. Ugh. Ugh. It still sucks ass through a straw. If you know what I mean. What went down the drain? Our group? We're supposed to go down the drain. This drain right here. Quickly, everyone, down the drain. I think I have like 3 of these. The turlet. Mm-hmm. Are they gonna activate the shield over there? Yeah, it kind of seems like there's a problem here. We don't have the piece to get across. Did it not activate? Isn't it only the tank that can push that one? Nope. Okay, got it. Can't click on it. All right. There we go. Call a plumber. If Gods is clearable right now, I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're, well, right about to find out. Ooh, nice catch. Yeah, we're right about to find out, actually. Oh, in story mode it is. It's not elsewhere, though? Okay. The evil red guy. Not too sure about the storyline. Well, and that could mean so many different things, I don't even know what to tell you. That could mean so many things. There's no way of knowing. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, in theory, there have been some changes to help with that, but we'll see. And there we go. On to the puzzle. Everyone's favorite part. Or not the puzzle. Sorry, it's this boss, then the puzzle. Excuse me. This should be fun. I always think this is the easiest boss in here. I mean, I guess Tithe is technically easier, but like... Tithe, the droids or whatever. I mean, but this, you just kind of... shoot and heal, and then that's it. Anyone know when we actually started this one? Echoes of Oblivion. Echoes of Oblivion. I'm not sure I know what that's from. Alright. Homeboy's about to be dead. And... he is... Yep.
Your strength is formidable.
I'm trying to remember what exactly that's from. Trying to sleep, but it's too hot. That sucks, man. It's definitely cooling off in here after we got our air conditioners running. That was mildly unpleasant for a while. How are you faring, Sarah? The Tenebrae fight. That's right, that's right, that's right. You're doing pretty good?
Yes.
I am telling you, I'm excited to try. What did you call it? The meal you prepared?
It's baked gnocchi.
Baked gnocchi with an N?
Gnocchi. Gnocchi.
Gnocchi. Okay. All right.
They're little squishy pasta boys.
Sounds dope.
They're delicious.
A Greek Italian dish. Okay. Sarah, where did your family hail from? What are your... I know that you're a mutt as well. Ooh.
Europe?
Just generally.
Yeah. My family is white.
White.
Yeah.
Hella white.
Yeah. I think one side of the family is related to some generals in the Independence War or something.
Oh, okay. Sweet. It's... If you guys are like, wait, haven't you guys been married for over 4 years? Technically, yeah. That's how little we care about that sort of thing, I guess. So, you know, it just has not come up yet.
Well, also I don't know or care.
Yeah, that is, I think the biggest thing is that it just doesn't... I'm not sure
There's
she knows,
not
and I'm not sure she cares.
any famous people in my lineage that I know of.
Yep.
So it's like,
Red circled.
who cares?
Oof. Alright. San Diego. Luckily, it's not a big deal. I moved out of my red circle into someone else's red circle. It's a problem. Thank you much. Now, the puzzle. No shit, I have the other one. That's pretty wild. Gotta sleep. We'll see you, man. Yes, it is. That's right. This is God's, yeah. We've got one boss left, if you don't count this puzzle as a boss, which it's more annoying than the other bosses, so I do count it as a boss, I guess. But it isn't a boss like the stair boss, because the stair boss is like a meme. This is actually a pain in the asshole. Because it doesn't work as intended all the time. Oh, nice. Very nice. I know for me, I've been on vacation the last week, so my sleep schedule has been fucked up. I'm gonna have to like take some sleep meds the moment that we're done with the stream. Who can follow simple directions. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's pretty helpful to have the simple directions, but I would also super duper be interested in it working as intended all the time. We can get lucky and it can be perfect. Oh. And if you have a combination, people who can follow directions and working as intended, oh, beautiful. But it's not always the case. A little bit. It's a bummer. I can move. I'll move one up here. Okay, we definitely don't need two up here. So, I'm not sure if they heard me. Could be they didn't. Alright. So, I'll move mine back here. Might need this guy moved a little tiny bit. There we go. There we go. Got it. Very nice. Alright. Someone hasn't seen this before. As someone who hasn't seen this before, what exactly are we doing? So that was a terrible, annoying thing that worked really, really good that time. Great. Centiful things, it's true. So what we were doing there was a little puzzle that there was a beam at the beginning of that room, and there was a lock at the other end of the room, and we had to move a beam throughout the level through little relays to the lock. And the problems that you bump into are that the relays are threat-based and LOS easily, and sometimes in ways that don't make sense. And it's kind of annoying, but we did a great job. Everybody did great. This is the final boss. It's Isaac's, and I'm not going to be explaining this one. Thank you very much, Roland. I appreciate that. And it's a huge pain in the dick. I'm not going to be explaining this one too much because, again, it's actually kind of an annoying fight. You can see our tank over there taking some hits. All right, that was fun. And now we're all gonna hang out. I guess I will kind of explain some. We need to attack the little droid that appears in the middle of these concentric rings. That's gonna be great fun. And after we're done with that, we're going to, yeah, get out of there. And we need to break the shield here on Isaac's. Our tank is placing rings around the fight. Oso got knocked out. There's a lot of damage going around here. And there we go. So now we can attack him. The shield is down. We're going to do all the damage we can. Hopefully we get to a certain threshold. His shield's going to come up. And then we're going to repeat that step a couple times. We bring his shield down after we kill this ring droid thing. It's a hoot. And goodbye. There we go. So you can see they have these. There we go. There we go. Nice. So now the Omni Cannon, which is terrible. We all group up for group heals because the Omni Cannon just watch our health. Just watch everyone's health. Go ahead. And yeah, that's about how that works.
Welcome to the Clan Warrior.
Yo. Steady Pancake, nice to have you in here. Are you also a huge fan of the Omni Cannon? Ouch. Killing those droids, the tether droids, is super important because we don't want to get people hung up. We need people to be interrupting and doing damage. So, you can see there, he was charging the Omni Cannon. That needs to be interrupted. And it needs to be interrupted pretty much constantly. Because you can see down here, he's building stacks very, very slowly. If he gets to 100 stacks, we're bonered. That's it, we're bonered. That's it. In fact, it's such a problem that if we do get to 100 stacks, the Omni Cannon fires again, but he kills us. To prevent that from happening and basically just reset the fight, we have some control panels over here that we're probably not going to need. We have a group here that's pretty on top of Thank you. You have a biology background. You put to me that we humans are immortal. Atoms are forever, mostly, and we are made up of materials that were formed in the Big Bang. I say that is incorrect, because there are beings, some jellyfish, that are immortal, and you could not suggest to me, in a way that I would believe it, that what we experience as life is the same thing that they experience as life, and that either exist in the same duration. You've come back to this game after years, and this game has just changed so much. This game has indeed changed a lot. It is a hugely different game. Finally made your lightsaber? Fuck yeah. I need to break the shield here. Yep, look at that little droid there. There it is. Now the shield is down, tethered it, went in. A quench? Oh no. I don't have my drink with me. I have a huge cooldown here. I'm used to playing Sentinel. Alright, Omni Cannon's offline. Everyone stay away from me! I'm trying to get away! Alright, there we go. Looking like I need a drink. That's not a bad suggestion. Hey, Sarah. Do you think that you're in a position where you could, bring me a, my water?
Yeah, where is it?
Out there somewhere? Oh, I was on the fucking electric. That was my bad. Ugh, so stupid. I was on the electrical platform here. Don't do that. It's electric. It wasn't last round. It is this round. Like right now, Oso's on it too. Oso, you gotta get off. Get off. Get off. Oso, no. Yeah. It was fine last time. It's not in this round. Yeah.
Where is it, Cricket?
Love this. I happen to spawn in a safe place.
It's not here.
Yep. I don't know. This is the volatile strike. Oh, it might be in the fridge?
Cricket, where is it? Help me find it.
Nice. Probably. He's basically a dowsing rod. That's what he used him for. Oh, I know. It's okay. That was almost my intention. I know it sounds kind of fucked up, but like I knew you couldn't hear me. It's alright. We die from the same thing if it helps. Literally what killed me. Now this part, which is so much fun. This is just a... What happened? Oh. That was pretty lucky. Having it in the middle like that was dope. Yeek! We're doing pretty good here. Is he gonna be a flying dog? Hey Cricket, how you doing? No, I'm not. I had the coffee that I had at the beginning of the stream has 6 shots. And I also had a caffeine pill at a time earlier today, so frankly, to have a Bing would be careless. He doesn't like it. He wants to be put down. Mm-hmm. This song, I'm telling you, I'm not into it. Stop it. All right. Oh no, Kitty's gone. Kitty's gone. That's Erica's cat. Roland says hi.
Hi.
It's for the best. All right, so yeah, we did it, you guys. We beat Gods. Sweet.
Isaacs is severely damaged, but still functional. I cannot provide timely support. You must finish
I died,
this before you
obviously.
can ready Omni-Cannon.
Obviously. I mean, obviously. I mean, obviously. Obviously. Probably, yeah. But yeah, that was nice. Thank you guys. That was fantastic. So easy, right? When you have the right people. Fantastic DPS. Great tanking. The healing was okay. I mean, it's fine. I can say that because he res me already. So he's gonna pull me off the edge now. The healing was great. The healing was great. Thank you. I loved it. It was fantastic. I wouldn't change a thing. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, that was nice. GG indeed. Any 40k tonight? Yes. 40k tonight for sure. In fact, that's what we're gonna do next. I just picked up. Close. So close. And no, I don't wanna. That's so fucked up that you can do that. You can do that? You can pull people? That's too funny. No, like I said last night, I absolved myself of 40k. No, unfortunately not 40, not Final Fantasy, because getting Sarah some gear meant doing 2 operations and then doing, Gods meant doing 3. So unfortunately, no Final Fantasy tonight, but next week, I think so. It's gonna be kind of nice because this week, with the update we had, really big push for SWTOR. I love it. And then I'll do some Final Fantasy 14 next week. I don't like any white bar. No, I don't. So there's that. I need to put these away. An hour. Oh boy, I don't think so. Oh my god, way too much. I love 40k, but that's too much for even me. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about 40k. So for those who don't know why we're going to talk about 40k, the reason is because we're going to be doing a role-playing tabletop 40k session. And that's going to come up as soon as Twitch changes. They said this summer they were going to be changing the exclusivity contracts to their partners. I'm a partner on Twitch. I have an exclusivity contract. I can only stream with the company Twitch. I cannot stream with YouTube. I cannot stream with TikTok. You name it, I can't stream with it if it's not Twitch. Lame, but that's the way it is. When they remove that, like they said they're going to do, different story. And when that happens, we're going to be doing a YouTube-based tabletop for 40k. It's going to be kind of nice. Before we do that though, big thank you to everybody who joined us on that Gods and everybody who joined us for the operations before that. It was lovely to have you, and it certainly made it a faster and more enjoyable experience. So, it's not fine print, it was just something that, you know, I kind of planned. It's not a big deal. But, thank you. Thank you to that. And, without further ado, 40k. So, what we're gonna do, yeah, that wasn't bad, not bad. 45 minutes, not bad at all. We're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock because we don't talk about 40k for more than 10 minutes. So let's do that, hang on. I'm grabbing this right here, and I'm starting this, pausing that, and going to this. Let's see, is that showing for us? There it is. Okay, so today, we're gonna talk about psychers. So we've talked very, very briefly. Oh, I forgot the snap, my bad. So today, we're gonna talk about psychers. Psychers are the magic users of 40k. Magic is kind of a flexible word in role-playing things because, again, when you're talking about D&D, oh, it's magic, perfect. When you're talking about Star Trek, it's the flux capacitor. It's whatever, right? It's the dilithium chamber. It's the subspace. It's magic, right? It's magic by a different name. It's okay. It's sci-fi, but it's magic. It's what it is. And in 40k, the magic is the use of the ethereal plane called the warp. The warp is that parallel dimension that we talked about that runs alongside ours, that when you dip into that parallel universe, that parallel dimension, you can go faster than light. Well, like we talked about as well, there are beings of chaos, gods of chaos, so to speak, that exist in that warp. They are the worst. They're the worst. Yeah, they're the worst. I think that's not unfair to say. They're the worst. And when you have so very, 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 very hundreds of billions of people, trillions of species, or individuals rather, not species, but trillions of individuals that exist in the galaxy, there are bound to be some born exceptional. Some who, even if only one in 100 million, you're gonna have some who can perhaps touch or tie into or personally draw from that parallel dimension. In the 40k world, they are called psychers. These individuals are cursed with the ability to touch or draw upon or see using that ether. Now, why is it a curse? Well, because you don't simply look into the ether. The ether looks back. The warp, as we'll call it from here forward, looks back. And everything on the other side can, if it sees you, interact with you, just as you can interact with their world. That's the worst thing that there is. There's not worse things than that. Because, that's right. Because if you see into the warp far enough, you'll see things you ought not to see, including beings that will take advantage of the door you've opened for them. And what they'll do is they'll crawl through your brain into your body and pop you and try and exist in our world for a short period of time, because they can't exist for a long period of time unsustained. They will use you as a flesh puppet and then try and come through. It's all very violent. And in Dark Heresy, the RP tabletop that we'll be playing, it's a party wipe. If you have a psyker in your team, every time a psyker rolls the dice, you have a 40% chance of it. So what you do is you first roll to have a negative or positive effect. And it's a 40% chance that it is a negative effect outright. And so when you roll, it's a 40% chance it's negative outright. And if you roll above a 60, what happens is you pull up the shit table. Then you roll again, and there are 100 different options of shit. You have 100 different options of shit. ranging from, there was a cold breeze to all of the food within 1,000 meters. All the food spoiled instantly, including the food in your stomachs. All the way to a hole tears open to the warp. A greater demon crawls through your body and murders everyone in the party and everyone around you. It's a party wipe, and there's no getting over it. That's it. Oh, you rolled poorly? Your whole party's dead. Campaign over. Sucks. Totally sucks. We had that happen one time. I was DMing it. I came up with a very creative solution. We're not going to get into that. But I chose not to wipe the party based on chance, just because somebody was a psyker. As it happens, we won't have anybody in our party who will be. Are there a compilation of these? No, there aren't, unfortunately. But there should be. I need to go through and I need a timestamp when I do the 40k compilation. And honestly, that would make it a little bit easier, I think. But, better go get that lube. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. There are scenarios where you just flip gravity for the next 8 minutes. Whoops. And that can have, I mean, think about it like this. You're having, there are bad things. We'll touch on things. The important highlights here, psychers are the magic users of 40k. And if you're using magic in 40k, it's bad. It's really, really, really bad. There are psychers that don't know they're psychers, and so some people who are far from the epicenter of human activity, they literally never know that they're psychers. They just kind of, well, we're gonna be doing a 40k tabletop. We're just doing right now an explanation, kind of bringing people into the world, breaking down some of the fundamentals. Well, and we'll talk about that just a second here. Right now, though, you'll find somebody who's a psyker who doesn't know they're a psyker. Things just kind of luck out for them. They get really, really lucky all the time, or really, really unlucky, and they don't know why. And it's because they're latently psychic, and shit just goes terrible. Now, we'll talk about that too. So, there are massive ships, fleets, black fleets, that roam the galaxy, scooping up and sussing out psychers, because the Imperium of Man does not fuck around when it comes to psychers just existing willy-nilly. They literally scoop them up and they test them, in most cases breaking them, and they kill them to keep them from being a vulnerability to the warp. It is really, 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 really bad. Really, really, really bad for humans to exist around open holes to the warp. It is really, really, really bad. Bad enough that they just scoop people up and execute them if they find out that they're psychers and aren't up to the snuff of holding the power. So, if you're found practicing the warp as an unsanctioned psyker,
Serve your empire with honor. Join the fight on the front lines. Make an appointment with an Imperial Infantry recruitment officer today.
yeah, they don't give you that option. They just kill you. Yeah, and it's a violent death. More or less, they sacrifice you. That's kind of it. We'll deal with that later. We're gonna talk on that later. They sacrifice you. It's violent. It's terrible. Damned heretical is what it is. Yeah, they'll tear you apart. But there are Inquisitors who are psychers. There are Inquisitors who are profound psychers. There are Inquisitors who, generally speaking, skirt the black ships because they know things that mortals don't, and so they don't draw upon the warp in big ways. Totally timed. They don't draw upon the warp in big ways. They do it in little tiny things. There's actually a series about an Inquisitor, a great series, the Eisenhorn series. he's late. He's a little tiny bit of psycho stuff, but it's nothing crazy. It's you know, almost shitty force. So like, he can get a sick feeling when he's around someone. He can get a kind of like a spidey sense, just a little tiny, an intuition that you wouldn't otherwise have. It can be very helpful, but he doesn't tell anybody. He doesn't use it in front of people because it's not good. Even if it's an Inquisitor, it's not good to make that information publicly available. And so he doesn't tell people. So often they do, often they will, and we'll talk about some of the technology of the 40K world in the next segment. That'll be Monday. So that was fun. We talked about 40K. We did 3 operations. I want to join you guys back in the room, if you please. Right back in the room. There we go. Hit the wrong button. We're back in the room. Here we are. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. We're going to be shutting down tonight. Sarah and I have to get up early for a hike in the morning. Oh. And I guess it's my hope and my goal that with enough footage, I'll actually be able to start putting together some YouTube videos. I'm excited, personally, but also a little unprepared. I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be a very slow and bold process. I'm glad you do. I love to talk about it. Thank you. Hike was supposed to be today,
Welcome
but it
to
was
the Clan
it's going to
Warrior.
happen tomorrow because my brother is not able to join us today, is able to join us tomorrow, and we wanted to go with him, so it's going to be tomorrow. How was the new operation? I personally like it a lot. We didn't finish it. We got fucking close. We got to 8% health on the final boss, but we didn't finish it. Fucking close, but we'll get it next time. That's that. Welcome Chomplex. And yeah, we're excited. We're really, really, really excited. Sarah, are you still there?
I'm here.
Well, then you'll be happy to know that we have some people saying meow meow.
Meow meow.
And you have me saying that we've been the Tuttle Snakes, Sarah and I.
Meow meow.
I've been St. Sterling. Thank you so much for joining us on our operations. We did 3 of them. Excellent work on that last one, especially. We'll see you guys on Monday for sure. I don't know if Andrew's streaming tomorrow, but if he is, we'll be there. And, well, fuck me. You guys have a great rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. We're very welcome. And I will see you Monday. Night, y'all. Ooh-wee. Yeah, Sarah, I think you would have done very well on that one. We cleared it in less than 45 minutes. That was the fastest I've ever run, Gods. That was amazing.
Hate it.
Thank you for the well wishes. Well, I think also we got to get you some better gear, too. We'll work on that, you and I. We can do master modes now to help it.
Yes.
That'll be good. A nice refresher for you. Wow. Founder? Ronan, I'm not a founder and you know it. Hey, Ronan, make a combat guide so I can copy your homework. All right, bye, everybody.